Hello everyone, it's me, Christine again. Oh, I just spoke for the first time today. Hello? Is my voice awake? Menchie, I woke her up. Menchie. Is she holding her tail? Little monkey's holding her tail. Anyways, welcome on in everyone. It's the weekend. Happy weekend if you don't work or school on weekends. It's Saturday. And we got a mensch. Woo! Finally put her to work. I know. Nobody wants to work around here, like even my cat. Okay? I said sit down, get in your cute little bed, and stream, kitty. She looks settled. She looks, you know, content with her life decisions. She's vibing. Just like this music, just like this spill you just saw, just like this launch, just vibing, you know? Just fire and ice at the same time. It's hot, but it's chill, you know? Finally digging into my vacation collection and never tied down is stunning. It is. It is. Don't tell freezer burn. Why'd you have to go so hard on those crimes? I'm sorry, Jessica. They did it themselves. I need your hoodie. Oh yeah, guys. Okay, look, I'm matching. Ready? Hold on, let me turn off my annoying name. Fire. Ice. Get it? Thank you, the greater good. Hello and happy Saturday. I have feeling fiendish on my nails right now, and I can't wait for my fire and ice bundle to come in the mail. It's coming. It's coming. I know, people are like talking about Sophia. Remember when I was telling you detectives? Okay, are the Holo Taco detectives here? Because later on in this stream, I'm gonna review your work. Yes, we're gonna do another kind of launch stream style, simply reviews the Holo Del Taco detective. every time, can't say it. I will be reviewing your work later, so please stay tuned. I know you're here all the time. I literally, like, you are never not here, so that'll be later. So welcome on in, welcome to the mods, welcome to the Menchie Gang members. There are still so many of you because so many people got gifted a membership on the Polish Mountain stream 2 Saturdays ago. Was that 2 weeks ago? Holy shit. That was 2 weeks ago. And then the Sophia X Holo Taco truck was last Saturday. I still can't talk. Like, what? And here was my train of thought. Holo Taco detectives were just hyper-focused on Sophia launch because it was the announcement. Zyler, can you hear him? He's mad because Ben went to go get coffee. Hi, buddy. You want some fire and ice? Zyler's fire, Menchie's ice. Anyways, oh, he's so mad because Ben when Ben left. Anyways, The Holo Taco detectives were hyper focused on Sophia, which I knew they would be, because like, I mean, it's very exciting. But then we got you with the launch. Like, like Zyler's gonna come get you. Got him, got him. Now this is a lower key. I can't pick him up. I just painted on a base coat. Unless he wants to be picked up with one hand. Zyler, come here. Come here. Come here. You gotta hop up. There we go. Say hi. Oh, okay, no. Come on, boy. It's okay. Say hi. I still have my broken nail. Yes, okay. What are we doing today? Today, we're gonna go over the Fire and Ice stuff. Yes, it was a big, sorry, it was not a big launch. It was a low-key launch yesterday, but I wasn't live, so I didn't have a chance to talk about it. So I'm gonna talk about it today, post-launch, and we'll watch the video together because you guys probably want to hear stories about how I almost lit my set on fire and froze a nail polish in a block of ice. Yes, I still have that block of ice. So I could tell you about that. And then I'm gonna paint my nails with it. And I'm thinking I do a little bit of nail art. I did a little test on my other hand yesterday, just on one of the nails. And I think that's what I'm gonna do on my main hand. So we'll be painting a little bit of nail art, not too much, maybe just like paint some flames kind of thing. Nothing too crazy, otherwise we'll be here all day. He's just sitting on me now. And then I have 800 combo wheels. Okay, shout out to all the Holo Taco comboists in the chat. 800 combo wheels. I have the iridescent shimmers versus the unicorn skins over black, over white, over different cremes. And I have the Holo Taco detectives review. And wait, there's too much to do. What am I planning? Zyler. And I have, oh, I can't reach them. They're over there. I have swatch wheels that show where my mind was at in 2021, because if you recall, the first 3 shimmers were released in the Winter Shimmers collection, which was like the first collection of the year in 2022. So before that, I had a shimmer offering and I was kind of trying to figure out what goes where. So for like almost 2 years, the Fire and Ice concept has been there. It's just been waiting, you know? Because when I had the shimmers presented to me, I was like, okay, these ones suit this mood, and then these ones can hold, please hold, with these cremes for this concept. So I have all that kind of painted on swatch wheels from 2 years ago. And I figured, like, I never really do this on stream. I usually save this for a short for like Holo Taco loyalty program, which I'll still make once my nails are painted. But I thought it'd be kind of fun to share this on stream because there's history. This is like so long coming. So all the people who are like, we need the 3 missing shimmers. I thought I'd show you my brain 2 years ago. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. That's a lot of things. So I better get started. Okay, let's watch the video first so I can kind of reflect on that and then paint. What a treat to have both Menchie and Zyler, right? I know. Iconic that they joined us. Gotta make sure my broken nail. My fake nail. Did you guys call me out on the website? Do not leave a review saying this is fake. Show us the shimmers. Okay, let's just watch the video and then I gotta paint. That's real, by the way, okay? There's some overlays that are, like, clearly fake. Ah, this one is actually me trying to light it. Okay, I'll explain in a sec. The heck is this? Oh, someone's already... What? I didn't even know that. Oh my god. Look, who was in the chat? I made this a premiere So like there was a live chat for like 4 minutes if you were there while this was premiering. Who is there? Who's there? Do we see you guys? I see me. I see Rayleigh. Everyone looks so different without their stars or, you know, the special emotes, because this is the Holo Taco channel, not my channel. Are we going to see the shimmers on Feeling Fiendish? I didn't do it, but I could later. Okay. Two opaque creme polishes. 3 hot shimmer toppers for hot and cold combos. Look at Beyyyn! Iridescent shimmer. Different effect depending on the base color. Over 1 coat black, it's gonna be the most impactful. We're doing education here, okay? This is education, it's Saturday, we're learning. This is Scorched Earth, which is our red-orange iridescent shimmer. So over black, it's gonna look red-orange. And always apply a Glossy Taco on top of a topper. Yes, just in case you're like, wait, what? I thought it was a taco. No, a topper is not a taco. Well, it is a taco. In our language, sorry, let me speak English. We have toppers that are special effects. If they have any pigment to them whatsoever, they are a nail polish. You still need to put on a quick dry top coat if you want it to dry quickly and seal it in and ultimately make it like shimmery and shiny, because a real glossy top coat will bring out that shine. So a topper is not the same thing as a top coat. Beyyyn!
Where's Zyler? Does he need me?
He was so mad.
He was mad. Where is he?
He sat on me for a little bit. Do you see Menti? Oh, she smells the tea. She's like,
you smell good.
thanks. Why?
You're welcome.
It's my shampoo, because I showered and then I put my hair in braids and then I slept on it. So the shampoo's trapped.
It's your normal scent.
Yeah. There he is. Okay, go sit down with him downstairs so he's happy. Oh, monkey.
He needs cuddles. He needs it.
Okay, we've derailed already. It's been 5 minutes.
Touch his foot.
Hey, monkey. Hey. It's so hot. Fire, fire. Zyler, are you more of a hot take or a cold slate?
Hot take.
Zyler's a hot take. Menchie's a cold slate. I agree. Yeah. Ben's a hot take. My outfit is a hot take, but like my mood is usually a cold slate. A little bit of both. All right, back to the video. So Scorched Earth. Oh, it is literally hot fire on your nails. This is over black. And as I'll just reiterate, over black, it will always be the most impactful because iridescent shimmers are translucent, meaning they're a little bit see-through. It's like cellophane. Do you remember like really cool shiny cellophane paper that when you pull it up, like you can still see through it, like a gift basket, but it's like looks cool in different colors? This is the orange reddish version of that. But when you put it over dark, it pops the most. Like it looks like a salon did it. Like, no. It's just a shimmer topper. That's hot. And same topper over Cold Slate New Creme, Hot Take New Creme, 1 Coat Black, and Not Milky White. I admit that my photography over white is tricky because I just kept the same lighting. But the best way to see a shimmer over white is actually like outside in the shade or like more normal lighting as opposed to studio lighting, because studio lighting just kind of blows it out. It's harder to capture in my studio, but in real life, these shimmers over white, oh, they're like so pretty. It's so pretty. You just like ignore my asset here. Swatchers, what up, Swatchers? They did amazing. Okay, also look at this one, Aniki B over Naked Nails. Yes, you can wear a topper over naked nails. If you have a little bit of staining or unevenness in your nail, just put a smoothing base on, smoothing base coat, like a ridge filler. It gives it just like a little bit of sheer color. And then put one of the toppers on, and then a Glossy Taco, and bam, easy, sexy. Halogen Glow, which I'll explain. Should I do that now? Okay, I could explain why now. The name. Scorched Earth is kind of like obvious, you know what I mean? Like fire, everything's getting fucked up. Get fucked up with a shimmer. Put that in the listing and don't, just kidding. Okay, so for halogen, let me explain. So as a photographer, I was like, what's in the middle of like warm and cool light? Because one thing tying this launch together is not just temperature, like hot or cold, hot take, cold slate, but it's also the shimmers and how they look over top of things. Like, is it a warm light glow or is it a cool light glow? So in photography, there's a color temperature scale where they measure it in degrees Kelvin. And sometimes you'll hear me even say like, oh, I shot this using a daylight bulb, or like 5,000 degrees Kelvin, or 6,400 for a bit cooler. So there's this temperature scale, and halogen, like a halogen bulb, which is probably the most regular context you've heard it under, is somewhere right here, right in the yellow zone, right? See, this map says 3,000 degrees Kelvin is 100 watt of a halogen bulb. So halogen is kind of consistently in the yellow zone. So that's where that came from, trying to find something that is like, would represent the mid-tier yellowish. But halogen glow will look different depending over what you put it over. But at its like most raw form over black, for example, it has that yellow glow. So it's a bit in the middle. Science. Who knew? I'd learned something today. Yeah, this is like more of a photography thing that I know is kind of a little bit niche, but they're right there. Halogen in the middle. Yellow. Okay, back to the video. Glowy pale, but it is an iridescent shimmer, so it also shifts. So it's not really just yellow. It's like yellow, pink, and green. It's the sister to Lunar Unicorn Skin. And I have all those wheels we can do on, you know, my in-stream camera shortly. It's not in this video. This is just more a feature video about this bundle. But yeah, it's the Lunar sister. If you're like, I need Lunar as a shimmer, this is her. What? And at the hard angle, it's green. Beyyyn! Beyyyn looks so good over hot take. We did this like in one night, like 3 days ago. While he was watching the hockey game. Ben, can I tell the story? We ran out of time to do swatches. As you know, I broke my nail. I know, yes. So I didn't do all of the combinations. I broke my nail after doing the full hand of over black. At least I got those ones. So I did some of it. But then Ben stepped up, but he had to watch the hockey game. And then he was like, okay, there's like a 10 to 20 minute intermission in between each thing. So I was like, okay, give me a 5-minute warning. I'll set up the camera and then we'll go downstairs, run. And then we were checking on the phone when it said like when the next period was starting or whatever. So I was like quickly swatching, trying to get it in before the next period. So we did a creme, took pictures of just that, and then just one topper, because that's all we had time for, and then he went back to the game. And then he came back downstairs at the next intermission and did the same thing for another creme and another topper. So thank you, Ben, for this speed run in order to get these shots. We love it. In different lighting. Do you see what I mean? Okay, do you see this shot right here? This is all iPhone. So this is like not special photography or lighting. This is what an iridescent shimmer over black looks like on average in your house, where it's like light outside, but you're just standing by the window, but you're not actually outside. I know it says shade, but I'm actually inside, but it's being shaded by the filtered blind thing. They look so pretty. Swatchers. They did amazing, all the combos. Freezer burn. I know, you guys love this name. We'll do a poll. So you were missing this one. Bitingly cool blue iridescent shimmer. This one is the most uniform in its color. Scorched Earth and Halogen Glow have more shifty properties because of the color range they land at. Freezer Burn is like very true blue, but it goes a tiny bit indigo, just like a little bit, but it's predominantly blue. Like, oh, sexy. Cold. There. See how, see? At a very, very far angle, it'll go a little bit to like indigo kind of pink, but not enough to be like, this is pink. Like, no, it's blue. Over Beyyyn. There it is. Okay, it looks really cool and weird over a warm color. Freezer Burn over Hot Take. Hot Take. I love the weirdness. Put it on me. It's cool, yeah. This one over dark or dusty colors, stunning, but also over warm colors, very strangely attractive. Swatchers. Okay, that looks so good. So does that though. 2 new cremes. Cold Slate. Wipe it clean. Chill out, start over with a steel blue gray creme polish. I didn't leave this frame for long. You can see why. Can we find out what all the swatcher combos are? We thought about putting it on every photo on the website, but then it just like got so messy, and depending on your device, it's harder to read. So we didn't write it on everything. You can always ask customer service, or if you see the swatcher on Instagram, make sure to follow all of our swatchers. I usually try and repost their stuff in my stories a lot, or whenever Holo Taco shares their pictures or video on our feed, we always tag them. We don't have to, but we want to. So make sure to like follow them, and they'll definitely write it or tell you, you know, if they want to. Okay, this is my broken nail. Can you tell? You guys knew. You guys knew that I broke my nail and I put on a fake tip. This is builder gel on top of my broken nail that's like broken like this, like crooked. Do you think people on the website know? I don't know. And the ice block. That's real. That is a block of ice. Yes, I froze my nail polish. Maybe later in the stream, I'll grab it from the freezer because it's still in there. Yes, it was cold. Okay, like the coverage of this one is stupid. I write 1 to 2 coats, and I think the website says 2 coats because, like, you know, just in case someone puts it on extremely thinly. But it's basically a 1-coater. It's ridiculous. Like, I don't even know how or why they did it. Like, watch. What? I mean, I always do 2 coats, honestly, just to get things even. Even when I use 1 coat black, sometimes I'll do 2 coats, honestly. I mean, unless I'm painting swatch wheels and I don't want to waste it. But it's like doing a 2nd coat helps you even it out regardless. And maybe there's like a little bit of nail line you can see, so you'd want to do 2 coats. But like the coverage on this is ridiculous, which means it'll be great for nail art, which is what we're going to do next. Yeah, that's a real lighter. Do you want a funny story though? I'm a dumbass. I am so dumb. I bought 2 lighters. One of them was like Zippo, which is a good brand, right? I mean, I don't know. And it wouldn't work. Like, I got this perfect kind of red color. It wouldn't work. I didn't understand. So I got the other one just as a backup. And it also like would not light. I tried to figure it out. Ben tried to figure it out. I was like, am I not pushing down hard enough? I don't understand. Days go by and I realize that you have to put lighter fluid in it. Which I didn't realize. I don't remember the last time I saw one of these styles of like old school lighters. Like, I don't remember. Like, my last knowledge of lighters was like the ones you just buy from the gas station and they just come with fluid. Like, you're not filling it up. What the fuck? I didn't know this. I had no idea. Yeah. Because the only lighters I've had are like the long ones that you light candles with and they come filled, or the ones from the gas station, like the easy ones. But like that's not the aesthetic I was going for, you know? I needed like a wide, sophisticated one for the shot. It was for the shot. So I didn't know that you needed lighter fluid. So like 3 days later, I'm like, fuck. So I bought some. I bought like the same brand one to make sure it worked. And then we carefully poured it in, trying not to spill it all over ourselves or on the lighter itself, because like I knew I'd be touching nail polish. And then when I was in my studio, finally getting it to light, it's actually like really hard to do with my left hand. So I was holding the other side of this, like the cap, with my other hand like this to try and hold it stable. And it was really hard. Like, I wish I had like Ben filming me trying to do it or something, but I didn't. It was hard. And then I also, in shooting the iridescent shimmers, I had a sheet of like white cardboard just on top of my set, just to help the light reflect a little bit better. But I didn't want to move it because I still had to put a shimmer on top of this. So I don't like to move the set when I'm still trying to do like a sequence of shots. So I was holding a flame under a sheet of paper this whole time, like praying, looking at my viewfinder, like on my screen, like making sure my hands were in the shot, and then also making sure I wasn't lighting my set on fire. And then the lighter got so hot. What the fuck? These lighters get so hot after like 10 seconds of holding it. It was like burning, like to the point that I didn't want to hold it anymore. So I was like, ah! It was the most dangerous thing I've ever done for Holo Taco so far. Yep. I survived this shoot. I am here to tell the story that I survived. I did not burn down the house, and I finally figured out that you need to add lighter fluid to a lighter. Okay, let's continue. Looks good though. Combos. This is gonna be a winning look for sure. Putting a matte taco over a shimmer just does something. It like makes you want to touch your nails. Soft and shimmery. Like I want to touch it, you know? Oh, okay. That's Halogen Glow over Hot Take. So you're seeing more of the yellow once it's mattified. That's Scorched Earth over Cold Slate, which is like opposite shades. So there's kind of a formula here. And I've talked about this before, but when you're using a unicorn skin or an iridescent shimmer, and we're not just doing over black and white, if you use a complementary color, then it like can look really cool. Like if I used a Scorched Earth over Hot Take, that's complementary, and they just kind of speak to each other. Or if you use the opposite side of the color wheel, like this kind of reddish orange over a blue gray, or a blue over a red, there's something really weird and freaky and lovely about it. So that's kind of the formula you can use of like, what kind of mood are you in? Are you in a uniform, I just want to enhance it and make it look good? Or are you in a, I want a contrast and make it look fucking weird? Shimmer season is heating up, baby. Share your hot shimmer combos and please don't burn down your house. The spills were iconic though. Like, come on. You saw it in the intro screen. If not, you can watch it later. And the winter shimmers. I had fire and ice in my back pocket when we launched winter shimmers, but we'll do all that later because I gotta paint my nails now. Let's do some nail painting. Shall we? Sorry, I'm so thirsty for tea right now. Ooh! Can't wait for backgrounds. They're coming. Were the shimmer pigments made from ground up lunar? No, they're not actually like us taking it and grinding it up. No, it's a different pigment, like technically. But they speak to each other. Okay, let's take a look. Oh, that's my cat. Bam! Menchie, what are you doing on my desk? So here's some of the shimmers, just plain over top of, I say plain. but over top of the new shades. That's Halogen Glow over Hot Take, Freezer Burn over Cold Slate, Halogen Glow over Cold Slate, and Scorched Earth over Hot Take. And then this is what I want to do on my main hand. I was playing around with this yesterday. Let me just turn down the wrong way. You want Menchie back? Here. There she is. Little Menchie. So I was playing around, just kind of freestyling it. And I was like, you know what? This is cool. I think I learned, though, that I would put Freezer Burn on top of Cold Slate before adding the flames. That's what I'm going to do next time. I mean, right now. And then add Hot Take, paint it on. I just kind of freehanded it. And then maybe only use Scorched Earth, or if I use Halogen Glow, I'm gonna paint it on more carefully instead of, like, I just used the brushes in the bottle. I didn't use a paintbrush or like a nail art brush other than to do the flames. But for the shimmers, I just kind of slapped them on. But it looks really cool. And then how do we feel about the bottom? See how I just let it look like the bottom of like a fire emote or something, as opposed to filling in towards the cuticle? I'm not sure if I should fill it in. Anyways, let's see. So let's analyze my hand. Just ignore what the fuck's going on here. I had a hair in this nail, so I put on a second coat of smoothing base. That's why it's more opaque than the others. I was like, oh, fuck, there's a hair in there. Let's just cover it up. But here's my broken nail status. Broken nail status update. Content warning. You can see the yellowness. Based on the yellowness, that's where my natural nail is. So see how it spikes out a bit here? That's because I left my nail like crooked. And then anything that's kind of this pale pink color is the fake, the builder gel, sorry. So I have peely base on this right now because I'm gonna paint over it. But yeah, that's where she is. And if I look under, you can still see my natural nail poking out, but it is very short on one side, but longer on the other. Does it hurt? No, thankfully it does not hurt. Oh, I need a lint roller. It's the Menchie hair. Does anyone else clean their no mess mat like this? This is the only way I clean it. Hi, Saf. Saf, have you recovered from the truck? I haven't. I'm still in my dreams, think we're driving down the highway in a giant black matte truck with bats and stars and Holo on it. Did that really happen? What? Show us your new pants. They're in my closet. I'm wearing pajamas. No. I know. I bought like 6 pairs of new pants with Sophia's help. We went to Urban Outfitters. But now I'm in pajamas. You know, I've been tired all week. Me too. Like, I still sound like I did last week. What the heck? I think we're still mentally like at Fenton Mall, like the first stop. Or on the highway. One or the other. Crazy. Okay. All right, let's paint, shall we? Here's the new shades. And if I didn't say it yet, Fire Ice, new drop on holotaco.com. It's a bundle, 5-piece bundle. There's no collection box. And nothing is limited edition. Please ignore my greasy hands. I was eating some egg stuff earlier, and then I touched all these bottles. So now they have grease on them. Good job. There you go. Just clean them off, just like new. Woo! The shimmers we needed to complete it. I also have like all of these. I made a million sticks for you because I've been taking pictures for Holo Taco's Instagram stories. But I feel like we should do those later because there's so many comparisons and combos, and I'd like to just start painting my nails, or else I'm never gonna paint my nails today. So let's go ahead. We got Freezer Burn, Scorched Earth, Halogen Glow, Cold Slate, and Hot Take. I love them. Okay. Paint, paint, paint. Paint, paint, paint. It's time to paint. Okay. Cold Slate on all nails first. I'm doing this, basically. We're doing this. This was my trial run last night. Doing that with a little bit of switcheroo. Let me just get my cleanup brush and acetone out. So I am prepared. Okay. All right, let's paint, Menchie. Who's painting their nails with me? If you're painting your nails, put a 1 in the chat, but do it carefully. Use your other hand. Thank you. Don't want any mishaps. I gotta turn my fan off. I have a fan that I got for Polish Mountain. But fun fact, if you're painting your nails, don't paint them under a blowing fan. You can always turn the fan on after you stop painting, but while you're actively painting, don't blow it with a fan because that can cause bubbles. So that's Cold Slate. And it's like a dusty steel slate blue gray. So we have duct tape gray, and then we have shady navy, for example, but that's like navy blue. But I've always been hypothesizing and plotting for this kind of like a dusky bluish color. Like I'm dead inside. Oh my God, I got a munchy hair. Like I'm dead inside, or this is what my hand actually looks like because I'm always cold kind of color. Like no joke on that one. I just painted my entire hand. Menchie. It's a weird color. I agree. It's not like the average color that you would find when you walk into a drugstore, whereas Hot Take is closer to consumer trends. This is like not consumer trends. This is the opposite. But you know, we have a little bit of something for everyone. And like that's one coat. But this is a 2-coat creme for sure. Like I do think that it's not really showing on the camera, but just to even it out, I am doing 2 coats, but the coverage is good. Okay, let's paint the fakey. Look, she's so warped. Oh my God. She's so, like, thick. Oh my God, another Menchie hair. Fuck. Look how, like, wide she... I've never had so much surface area. Hello, Simply. You're calling this dusky blue and shark blue. Did you make this for me? I did. Lacquer shark dusk. It is like a shark gray blue. That's another good way to describe it. It's also like the opposite of the Vacation collection in a way, because Vacation was like hot, fun, resort or something, and this is like I would like to stay home alone with nobody. Thank you. Please lock me in my room color. It's summer. I'll be staying in my room alone in air conditioning. Thank you. So, you know, a collection and a vibe for everyone. Was that your inspiration? Basically. Damn. Damn, man. What do you think? Thank you, bot. Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Yeah, people have said that, but I actually have never watched that. It's a show, right? I swear that was not my inspiration. But I suppose it's not an uncommon concept to have like hot and cold, right? That or Tide Pods, apparently, allegedly, that the detectives went absolutely wild on. We'll review that later. Why do I have like glitter here? What the heck? Where'd the glitter come from? There's like glitter in my nail. Do you see that? What the heck? No idea. What is this, Ben? Oh, yeah, I know. I've never seen this. Cancel me. It's Taylor Lautner? Twilight Boy? Oh my god, how did I never watch this? What's wrong with my childhood? I'm sorry. Like, I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. We were a little old, I think. Maybe. I'm 34. I'm just a 34-year-old lady. All right, so that's Cold Slate, everybody. Stunning. Here, while I let that dry, why don't I just do this? Wait, did I not? Yeah, hold on. I'll just, please ignore the grease. It was a kids movie in the mid-2000s. You were in college. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so only the babies in chat were watching Shark Boy, Lava Girl. I was doing criminology. Yeah, that's why I don't know it. Okay, here's Duct Tape Gray for reference. So Duct Tape Gray is one of our best-selling cremes because the Holo Taco customer base is kind of weird. Like, literally, drugstores could never. So ever since we released this one a year and a half, like 2 years ago, I've been wanting to do a bluer version of it, but still mutier, but not like darker towards shady navy. And I think that this, I think this is slowly, you know, when people realize it's there and then it's kind of weird, is gonna come up and compete with this guy. Yeah, kind of surprising to know, because otherwise I think our catalog is still somewhat following the average consumer trends, minus pink being a favorite, which is not the case at Holo Taco, but purple definitely is, and that's not that uncommon in the average nail polish land of statistics. But this is weird. This is an outlier. So I think because of this, we're gonna see this one rise up. But we'll see. Time will tell, statistics will tell, but that is the difference between the two of them. This is more of a very cement gray, like duct tape gray. Very just gray, zero color. This is blue, muted slate, cold, but also not like blue. Sorry, I'm trying to reach around too much. My hands are wet. Okay, let's paint the second coat. Can't say pink isn't a favorite when you barely make any. I mean, that's not fair. Just released Toe Beans, a light baby pink holo, linear holo with pink shimmer. And we released Pinky Swear, a baby pink creme. That's 2 this year. And Private Villa's kind of a hottish, pinkish, reddish. Could we release an Indian food collection? What does that mean, man? Man, no. Okay, second coat of Cold Slate. And the crumbs all come with the wider brush, the thick width brush. And the toppers come with the skinny brush. But as we've been doing for the last while, we've been including both brush packs in a pack of 6 in the reward section. So if you have points, then you can redeem them that way and get them that way. If you want to swap out the brush and like change the brush, up to you. Okay, like, cause it's starting to grow out a bit. What do I do? Do I paint over the hump or not? You know what I mean? I'm just like, wait. What do you do when you have fake nails that grow out and grow off? What's happening? I'm gonna have to deal with this soon, you know? Like, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? I have to swatch. No! I at least just want the edge to be nice and clean, but it is gonna start growing out. You filed the hump down, refill, okay. You got this. You can remove lifted parts and yeah, but if I remove it, then I'm just removing the whole thing. And I feel like the more I do that, the more fragile the state of the end of my nail is gonna be in. You have to swatch? I always have to swatch. There's no surprise. I mean, yes, I'm always swatching something. It's no secret that we'll have something for Holo Taco's anniversary. It's no secret that our actual anniversary is July 6th. Another Menchie hair. But that's not when we'll be releasing something. But there will be something later. So what am I gonna do? What do I do? I don't want to swatch it on my broken, you know, fake nail, because that'll just be like very confusing to customers who aren't you, who know the whole story. People will be like, I don't understand why her nail looks like this. And then it'll just be like a distraction. Stunning, beautiful. Okay, that's 2 coats of Cold Slate. So let that sit, and then I'm gonna do freezer burn, and then I'm gonna paint fire. Yeah, that's the plan. That's the plan, Stan. Okay. No one's gonna notice. Maybe not in swatches on the website. Like, yeah, I hear you. But if I in a macro lens setting, like you see the application swatches I do, it's very crisp and clear and close. You will notice that like the nail looks lumpy, that it's uneven, that there's like yellow going halfway down like a lightning bolt. And then also, depending on the formula of the next collection, it might be more or less undetermined, noticeable. And then it may affect actually, you know, the presentation, potentially, hypothetically, allegedly. It depends. Question mark. So I'm just saying, I don't think I can do this with this nail because it would cause confusion and question marks, and it will be a distraction from like what you should be focusing on. Like all of you right now. Yeah. Use a different nail. I could, but I have favoritism. Like, she is the hero. She is my queen. I have only used her since 2016. That was a rhyme. I could use this nail, but I don't know. Like, and this nail is just weird. It's just like it goes sideways. I could use this one. I might have to just use this one. Help from another swatcher? Oh yeah, the other swatchers will be doing it as well. She needs a break. It was the Polish Mountain trip, I tell you. Okay, people are saying ring. I could do ring. Pinky would be like, where is the nail? It's so small. I could do this finger. My pointer's a little like strange, like it's pointing the wrong direction. But I feel like this one will have to substitute, but I am gonna have my nails shorter. Like this is shorter than how I normally have my nails, right? Which is fine. But yeah, actually maybe it'll kind of suit the vibes. Yeah, I think it will. Thumbs are hard for me because you either have to go like this to paint, and I find that hard because like I just shake. Like I need a real surface, you know, especially if I'm filming it for the high quality macro stuff. And the only other way to get my thumb in a good view is like if I take my hand and I like put it on the desk like this, but that means I'm this far away. Like my thumb is quite far from the camera. I don't shoot here, but just to demonstrate, it means that I'd have to move my whole camera setup very close to the edge of the desk, and then my lamps would like fall off the desk. So it doesn't really work. Or for me anyways, in my setup, I much prefer to be able to move my hand more in the center of the desk and then have lamps like around me. Christine, the day after your nail broke, I broke the same one in a very similar shape. I used nail wraps to repair it though. That's good. I'm glad, Johnny, that you were able to repair it. I could not save mine. No, she was lost. Unfortunately, I had to let her go and like rebuild from scratch. All right, let's go in with Freezer Burn, the blue shimmer that was no secret, because I've shown this more than twice. Don't tell anyone. Don't worry, detectives, we'll go over it. Could you use your toenails? No, random guy. Say that again, mods will ban you. And this is Freezer Burn. Ooh! The long-awaited blue shimmer. Oh, just, it's so understated, but also really pretty. You know what it reminds me of? Okay, you know that, was it an Instagram filter or a TikTok filter? Where people were putting on highlighter, but then they used this filter that made everything kind of look dark and made the highlight glow really blue. And then people were trying to recreate that with makeup. What was that called? Does anyone know what I'm referring to? It's like that blue highlighter trend on Instagram. But it was a filter, it wasn't like real, but then people would try and recreate it. That's what the shimmer is, but I don't know what it's called. Iridescent blue filter. Come on, there's got to be someone in chat who's like, I know exactly what you're talking about because I live on Instagram. Don't be shy. Diamond something. Maybe. I know exactly what you're talking about. It was a white eyeliner with the TikTok filter. Yeah. This is the diamond filter? The Katana audio? Diamond something. Yeah. Someone will find it. Look at it blurry too. It's so like, ooh, very Cinderella. I think of all the shimmers though, this one looks the best over darker shades or blue shades. That'd be my recommendation. Ooh. Blue diamond. Blue diamond filter. Okay, that's what it is. Thank you. It was called the Blue Diamond Filter, and a bunch of beauty gurus were using it. Anyways, this is the Blue Diamond Filter on your nails. I should make a TikTok about it and know what trends I'm talking about, but so that's here. Little demo for you. Cold Slate plus freezer burn equals, ooh. It even helps disguise my thick fake nail. No one would ever know. All right, next I'm gonna gear up for painting some hot take. Sorry, Menchie. Perfect winter nails. Yeah, winter or icy or just like leave me alone, you know. So next I'm gonna do this. Fire. So I've got my Holo Taco nail art brushes, and I think I'm gonna use like the striping brush, but maybe the smaller one as well. I love how you have problems for every solution we have offered to you. Just use the ring finger. You have problems for every solution. I do? What did I say was a problem? I could use the ring finger. It's not as big. That's my problem. The surface area is not as big. Okay, let's also take the small guy and maybe the medium guy. Little brushies, not the Menchie hair. Use your other hand. Well, see, the problem with my other hand is that I have eczema all over it. Which I know you're like, I don't see any, it looks fine. But up close you do. Actually, you can kind of see at the bottom of this one. It's kind of irritated there. But my middle finger has it the absolute worst. It's also like very crooked. People make fun of me all the time on Instagram or TikTok. People who don't know me. Not that there's anything wrong with it, but like I don't give a shit. However, if I'm gonna put my videos and assets and use them to like promote and showcase nail polish, it's very distracting when the comments are just like, why is your nail crooked? Or girl, put some moisturizer on. Like, It's like, come on, that's not what we're here for. Like, stop, you know? That's all. It's the internet. It's hard to live here. Can I see the other hand thumb? Yeah. So this was my nail art test. It was a pretty good test. But I did freezer burn first on here as the base, whereas on this one I just kind of slapped them all on top of the fire. But then thinking it through, I think freezer burn should only be on Cold Slate, and then we could put the red and the yellow shimmer just on the red. Yeah. Your thumb is on fire. I know, don't give me the lighter. It has lighter fluid in it now. Okay, so yogurt lid. Liberté, yogourt, yaourt, what the fuck was that? Kind of accent? Or why is your nail yellow? Yeah, but I'm never gonna escape those comments. I don't know what this is. This is old white detectives. Calm down. We're taking some hot take. To be clear, I don't care personally about comments. No one makes me feel bad. I am just annoyed when it's like, guys, look at the new nail polish. Like, that's what you're like, that's what I want the comments to be. It's an annoyance rather than like it hurts my feelings because someone said I had eczema. Like, I literally don't give a shit. Yeah, okay, and but it's a distraction from what I would like to do with the content or the conversation. That's all. Which may not be, and everyone other, like, may not be your concern, you know, but it is my concern. Yes, this is dirty. It's fine. It has dust on it. I don't care. Okay, so I'm just gonna plop some down here. Bloop. And I'm gonna start out with this little striping brush. And just kind of run it through a few times, the clean brush, to get it soaked. So I'm gonna draw some flames. We're doing hand painting now. Oh my god, who is she? What have you done with Simply? We gotta focus. We gotta focusy. We gotta focusy, guys. Come on now. We're gaming. I'm just freehanding this shit, like freestyling. Boop, 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 woo! This girl is on fire. Yeah. I don't want my too much gene to take over, so I gotta make sure I stop. But you know what I did like that I did on my thumb? Was focus. You see how there's like random little tiny there, if I move so you can't see the shimmer. See how there's like a random extra like floof on top, like the embers flying up. I kind of like that effect. It looks more like animation, but I'm gonna try and do that. There, don't do too much. Okay, next. Between each nail, just to avoid it getting like too chunky, because these are very opaque cremes, I do wipe off my brush and then dunk it in this acetone bottle, but don't drop it. I'm a risk taker. I live on the edge. And then I just wipe it briefly on a paper towel. Not that I need to clean it for the color, obviously, but it honestly, it just helps make sure the nail polish application remains smooth, because the longer nail polish is exposed to air and the more you keep pressing at it, the thicker it's gonna get, especially with a thicker formula like an opaque creme. So I just kind of, and because I'm talking and wasting time, I like to get fresh polish for each nail. Thank you for the gifted memes, Isang. Yeah, stop the presses. I'm doing nail art. Oh my god, don't tell anyone. Don't tell my subscribers from my other channel that were here doing nail art. Yee! So as far as technique, like, I don't know, I'm just kind of like winging it, spreading out the flames here. It's very easy to do this with a striping brush, but you see how I'm putting a lot on the end? Kind of like a bead. Like I'm getting like a bead on the end and then just dragging it up, which makes it easy to have the flames dissipate over time, like over the nail as you kind of pull up. And then just tap it a little bit to do these kind of like flame thingies. Whatever you call them. The extra sparks. And you notice how I'm not going to the cuticle? I could have gone to the cuticle and like traced it like this, but I kind of like it. It reminds me more like an animated emoji. To purposefully have the bottom of it kind of chaotic. Yeah, it's the chaotic cuticle. It looks so effortless. I'm not like a good artist. Sorry, people are gonna be like, shut up, Christine. But it's true. I can't draw a portrait. Like I don't know how to actually draw. But I'm not gonna pretend I'm like terrible either. Yes, I can do like gradients or blends or some basic freehand, but I'm not really like skilled in, let me just draw your face on my nail. Like, no, absolutely not. But these kind of like abstract things that just require like a like is a little bit easier for me. But I think it's just kind of trial and error and taking your time. So being patient and being slow and then having the right tools. So as you've been seeing, I've just been using this one brush. And then once you get the hang of it, each nail gets better. That's why I practiced. I practiced too yesterday on my thumbnail. And you could practice on Swatch wheels. I have some on my Amazon page if you're wondering where I get my 87 Swatch wheels. But I find it's really helpful to just do a couple things on even a piece of paper or a swatch wheel before you go ahead and paint your nails. Because then it's like, oh yeah, I get the motion now. Or I know the amount of pressure that I want to use. Or this is all just AI that you're watching. You don't even know. Press X to remain a machine. All right, let's do the hero nail. The Miss Chonky over here. So if you want to observe again, see I have a bead at the end, which is usually not what you would want when you're doing a clean stripe, but it kind of works for this. Just kind of let it do something. And then wee! Wee! That's how I paint my nails. I go, wee! Is there anyone else doing fire nails today? I already saw someone on Instagram, a painted queen, who's one of our swatchers, already do fire nails on naked nails. I reposted it in my stories if you want to find it, which I thought was so cool. Naked nail art. Risque. Woohoo, now that's hot. Fun fact, I think it was Halogen Glow. One of the listings had the word naked in it. This happens every fucking time. Come on, Google. But because the listing was like, or try it over a naked nail for blah, 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 right? And Google Merchant Center flagged it for inappropriate sexual activity. This happens every time. Like, don't they have sophisticated software engines by now to evaluate the context and know that it's clearly about nails. Like, can't they? Come on. Why can't they just do that instead of just automatically banning literally everything that has the word naked, thinking it's like porn? Okay, I think that looks good. And to be clear, it's not banning us from selling it. It just means that you can't run it as an ad. But I think we already pushed it to be manually approved. So we had to request a human to review it and be like, okay, this is fine. But like, you know, that's so much work for the humans. Like, come on. With all this talk about AI, like, why can't they just have smart enough software to evaluate that? Why not use the phrase bare nails? We could, but naked nails is just a better alliteration. Like, I don't know, it just sounds better. All right, we're doing it. All right, let's do Miss Pointer. If anyone's doing flame nails or any nails with me, I know you don't have the new collection yet, which will be shipping out this week, of course, but if you're doing flame nails just for fun, or you're trying to recreate this, or whatever you're doing, use hashtag #paintwithsimply after you're done so I can see on social media, or put it in the Discord. The Discord's probably like the best place. There's the Manny gallery. This one's looking too even. See what I mean? Like, it's too even. It looks like lobster fish or something. Gotta fix it. Needs to be more chaos fire. Chaos. You know what this style reminds me of? Like 90s jeans or shirts that had flames on them. Is it just me? What am I thinking of? I swear I had jeans that had patches on them that had fire flames. Right? What is the aesthetic I'm referring to? Clothing from Ally or Delius? Delius? We never had that in Canada, but I'm aware. Like Janko jeans, yeah. Like Janko jeans definitely had flames like this. Or Ed Hardy, maybe, who was in Urban Outfitters when I went with Sophia. Also, some of the pants I got would totally work with this. I did get an obnoxious pair of pants. It doesn't have flames on it, I wish. Otherwise, I would have worn them. But there were these black pants with white stitching and a bunch of cargo pockets and like loops and random bullshit hanging from it. And I was like, oh, I love these because I had these. It's like the house brand for Urban Outfitters, BDG or something. But they remind me of like what you would have seen a flame patch on. I saw jeans with fire on them today. Send them to me. I came unprepared. I only had this millennial hoodie. Is this stream sponsored by Urban Outfitters? Yeah, do you want to wear your dump him hat? Ben, come tell the story of how you felt weird wearing it. It's okay, it's my hat now. I'll gladly wear the dump him hat. Okay, let's paint the thumb in the air like an Instagram artist. Beware, because it's shaky up there. Definitely reminds me of Angel Fire websites. Oh, you just unlocked a memory. I had GeoCities, but I know Angel Fire. Whee! What's wrong with me? It's fun when you have like way more surface area. Yeah, these look kind of cartoon animated. What if I told you this was all a cartoon and none of it was real? I like the bottom of it. Like, I actually like that it's kind of raw. All right, I think we're good for flame. So I'm just gonna clean my brush, dipping it in acetone. Pardon me. Clean brush. And okay, I'm gonna do this later, but I would rinse this with water and then add a little bit of nail oil. No, this is the old nail oil prototype. Calm down, detectives, we're still working on it. But that's how you care for your brushes, especially after you've put them in acetone. Rinse it first to get the acetone out and then add some nail oil. It just keeps the bristles supple, especially ones that have like so few bristles, like the striping brush, right? Okay, that's the only brush I needed. I thought I was gonna use the other ones, but not necessary. So now let's paint some shimmers on top. Now I've already done freezer burn under, so we're just gonna put her over there. And I wanna use both of these, but I think I'm generally gonna just use scorched earth, which is the reddish orangish one. In the bottle, all shimmers look more similar because they really need a base to pop, especially a dark base. But this is kind of the orangey one. And then this one is kind of yellow, pink, green. That's halogen glow. This one is the most shifty of them. It's the most like surprising. Oh, Jesus Christ. So let's try scorched earth. And I want to hand paint it on. Ooh. See? So pretty. It's shocking. Wow. This was me on my yogurt lid spill, like, wow. Okay, I know I just put oil on this. Oops. I'm just taking off the oil. Okay. I'm gonna take some scorched earth shimmy. I just want to paint a little bit on top of the flames. Just a bit. It's gonna look a bit chunky now until I add a quick dry taco to smooth everything out. But I really do think kind of curating which shimmer goes over which base will give this mani a specificity that is very sophisticated. Because like if you wanted to take the easy way, you totally could and there'd be nothing wrong. But you could like just paint Cold Slate, then Hot Take for some fire, and then just slap on one shimmer on top of everything. But I wanted specifically the blue to shine bluer and then the red to shine like hotter. Don't worry. It's all coming together now. It's all connected. Scorched earth on black looks like a fire opal. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Okay, this is like probably still too wet, but whatever, I'm going for it. Oops, I need more. Any combos that surprise you the most? Oh, we'll do that next. And then you can be surprised. You could be like, what? Excuse me, the audacity. What? Okay, hot. This is my hot girl shimmer summer. With my broken nail. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, we did it. We've painted the flames with the shimmers on top. Let me just clean my brush again. Hot Wheels? Oh my god. Oops, sorry. It does look like Hot Wheels. I kind of love it. I don't think I need halogen glow. I'm sorry. Pink, yellow, green shimmer. You're stunning, but I have you on this nail, so yeah. Let's not do that. So I just want to wait a minute because before I put a glossy taco, I know I've applied hot take like super opaque. So I'm gonna just give it a minute before we, Menchie hair literally everywhere. Before we glossy taco it up, why don't we do a quick comparison of hot take and left on red? For reference, left on red was kind of our classic just red. Hot take is spicier. It's also brighter. So on the nail, I find it just like leans brighter, especially when you put a glossy taco on, which tends to emphasize brightness or darkness depending on the shade. I find a glossy taco makes left on red slightly deeper, but with hot take, it almost makes it brighter. So this is warmer, spicier, more like fire engine red. And this is like Adobe red. Wait, depending on, no, it's like YouTube red. It's like a deep YouTube red. Not Adobe. Adobe changes, like what the fuck is up with Adobe? They keep changing. And here it is on a swatch wheel. So left on red is gonna lean a little bit deeper, more like true red. And hot take is spicier, orangier leaning, and a bit brighter. And here was Cold Slate and Duct Tape Gray for reference. And these I can't cover it like this. There. These colors together, I'm like trying to cover. These colors together was really the mood of the hot and cold. So the cold was like muted, understated, cold, depressing kind of color. But the red was the opposite. It was a bit warmer, it was spicy, and it was hot, as opposed to doing like a muted red. The whole point was to do hot, spicy, like warm, and then cold, muted, understated, deep. The Spicy Shark Collection. Okay, we can rename it. That's a good one. Skelly Bean. Cinnamon Hearts. Cinnamon Hearts are less like this though. I find them still a little bit cool. Here, while we're on creme comparisons, hold on, I'm gonna give you, I gotta be careful because my nails are wet, but check this out. Hello, welcome to my store. What color would you like? We have 153. I've never used swatch sticks in this way. Menchie's licking her bed. Oh my God. Menchie, stop licking your bed. She knows what she did. Fuck. So I normally paint my swatch wheels like this because then I can organize it by collection, and then I kind of slot them in my display racks, multiple here, so I can just pull them out for you, and then it's easier for me to be like this collection versus this. But on Holo Taco Stories, we started doing comparisons because you guys were requesting them. So if you go to Holo Taco Stories, there's like a new highlight that says comparisons, which has some old stuff, but more recently, anytime we release a new collection, I'll kind of grab a swatch stick photo and paste it together, collate it together with ones that are in the same general range. Maybe it's same formula, maybe it's different formula, but that's what we've been doing lately. So the photography is very annoying to do that. It's very annoying. So I've been taking pictures of so many swatch sticks in order to make those. Each swatch stick is photographed individually and then edited to make sure it's as accurate as possible, and then turned into like a little sliver so I can copy and paste whichever sliver I need in order to make that asset. Here, why don't I just show you what I mean? But as a result, I've been doing swatch sticks individually instead of my wheels, which are a little more annoying to photograph. Like here. So I've taken pictures of every single Holo Taco shade individually, but like actually not all of them. There's some that I haven't even done, and I'm just like, fuck, I don't have time to keep doing that. But it's insane. It's very stupid. Yes, it's very stupid, but it's necessary. So as a result, I decided to just group them. So these are all the cremes. I also have all the linear holos. Had to start doing that. And then my more recent wheel, which made its debut in some of these stories, is this one, the shimmers and the unicorn skins. So I redid the unicorn skins. I had old pictures of them, but they were kind of meh. So I redid them over black and white, and I can share them all up close. But like, I'm also not done. I haven't done 100% of the frosted metals. I did like a few of them. I haven't done all the magnetics. I haven't done a lot of the holo glitters, like the last year's Christmas ones or the original holiday glitters. They're not photographed. So like sometimes I'm just like, fuck, I could really use rainbow snow here. And then I'm like, yeah, I'm not taking that picture. No, like I'll wait until I'm in a mood to shoot another 20 of these at a time. All right, let's just put a top coat on this. Gonna go ahead and glossy taco it up. Painted my nails with Tax Haven and Solar Unicorn Skin. Oh, that sounds like a good combo. Very fall. Thank you, Veronique. Definitely adding the new cremes to my collection with the shimmers, of course. Very multifaceted collection, I think. Because hot take, like, you know, a lot of people love a good spicy red, whether you're using it for nail art or just on its own. Or Cold Slate is for like the weirdos who want to look like our fingers are dead. And then the shimmers, use them wherever you want. They don't have to be with these two cremes. Naked nails over white, over black, over whatever cremes you have in your collection. You can make a rainbow out of them now that there's 6 if you have the other 3. Okay, Glossy Taco to seal in this manicure, especially because I painted on the fire very thick. Nice. So that kind of evens it out. I may end up doing a second coat of Glossy Taco, just depending, because I can tell that the fire is very high. The fire is too high. That's a thick fire. It's so much wider than the others. It won that Survivor. Who built the biggest fire? The middle nail. Outlive, outlast, outplay, Survivor. Was that the slogan? Okay, that's thick too. Like, look at it. It looks textured. Like I used gel or something, but I didn't. Maybe you've said this. Do you do the swatch picks yourself? I mean, the ones that are my hands, I do myself. But there's also a lot of other hands that aren't me. So I don't do those ones. I do Ben's though. On his hand. But if your question was, have I shot every Holo Taco polish myself? Yes. There has not been a release thus far where I haven't shot anything. This was the first where I didn't do like the hero collage. So we just had other swatches. We like pasted their stuff together to make it. But I still shot everything in the collection some way or another. Broken nail or not. But yeah, we have multiple different swatchers who help shoot the collection. So when you go to our website, you can see the same shade on multiple different skin tones, different nail lengths, different lighting. And everyone kind of shoots on their own in their studio or their house or wherever. Nail swatchers are photographers or creators, or they are like directors of their own sets. They are prop designers, set designers, they are editors, retouchers, they kind of do it all. I use this bundle as an excuse to finish out my collection of Aurora unicorn skins. I was missing Aurora and Cosmic. Yes, finish it out, finish it out. Thank you, Arano. Okay, let's take a closer look. Here, hold on, I need this for my highlight. Thank you, Helena. I'm gonna play it out. There you go. Like this. Okay.
What do you think? What do you think?
What do you think? What do you think? Hold on, should I do it again like this? Yeah.
What do you think? What do you think?
What do you think? Okay, it looks good. What the fuck? Guys, I'm so hot right now. Have you heard of Simply Illogical? Hottest nail artist on YouTube right now. So that's using Cold Slate as the base, Freezer Burn Blue Iridescent Shimmer on top of Cold Slate, then Hot Take as the hot reddish orange creme to make the flames with a striping brush, and then Scorched Earth Iridescent yellow, or orangish red shimmer on top, and then Glossy Taco to seal it all in. It looks so like kind of 90s jeans vibes. Kind of animated, but then when it's blurry, there's something so beautiful and stunning about it. Ooh, hot. So hot you can't touch them. It's fire. Fire chat. Add more red around the nail bed. No, that was intentional. I intentionally wanted to make it look like... Here, hold on. Loop. Loop. Come on. There we go. I intentionally wanted to make it look messy towards the cuticle so it looks more like an authentic fire emote. Like if you Google fire clip art, the bottom of the fire would look like this, you know? So I kind of like it. Imagine a gradient of those nails. I'm sure someone will do it. Lou. Stunning. That's hot. Okay, we did it. We did nail art. Holy shit. Like, what's happened? What shall we do next? I have combos. I have comparison wheels. I have the detective study. And I have talking about kind of the ethos of this way back to before winter shimmers for planning. There's so many things. What do we want first? Combos? Nail art unlocked, achieved. Ding, 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 ding. I know, Simply Analogical did what? She's sliving. Guys, I'm sliving. That's hot. And cold. Okay, let's do combos first, and then we'll do detective and then background stories. Combos.
What do you think?
Ah.
What do you think?
It's still on. Okay. First, let me show you this because I put so much work into them. I've seen other people in the Discord as well as the official Simply Analogical Facebook group. It's called All Things Simply on Facebook. Make sure you join if you use Facebook as a means of communication or group joining. It's the only official Simply Analogical Facebook group. It's called All Things Simply. If you put exclamation mark Facebook in the chat, you'll find a link to it. We've done a couple giveaways in there. I feel like we should do more. And Discord too. I'm gonna start doing that more. Okay, so these are my new wheels. And you can see, for comparison purposes, we can pull these out. I have to be careful because my nails are wet. But someone had also asked about the Flores Guava. That's the Flores Guava. In real life, it looks more pink than on screen. I wonder if I should turn, hold on. Let me just try something. Nope, that's the fan. No, that doesn't really change anything. Nope. Okay, well, I don't know. But yeah, the Flores Guava is pinker and a bit lighter, more summery. There's Left on Red, a bit deeper, truer red. And then if we go to the blues, whee, so pretty. Let's do this very carefully. I love a rainbow. So there's Shady Navy, which is our navy blue. Very deep and dark and saturated in terms of like it's blue. It's not to be confused with gray. And then we've got Duct Tape Gray and the new Cold Slate. There was Royalty Blue, Board Meeting, etc. And then this was Too Good to Be Blue. Sorry, that's Scientific, the kind of more neon-ier one. And then here's Too Good to Be Blue for reference. Why is it focusing there? Okay, so that's like a pale baby blue. Whereas Cold Slate over there is deeper, darker, grayer. What are the two yellow? That was Banana Hacks, RIP. And that's Banana Medicine, which is part of the new pastels. So those are our cremes. I just love looking at this. I'm just like, yes, yes. But also, I know what to fill in, you know what I mean? I know where to fill some shit in. Okay. Combos. Let's do this. Okay, here's a quick lesson. Unicorn skin. Iridescent, translucent, asymmetrical flakes. They're a little bit chunky, but as a result, they dazzle and sparkle on the nail. These are our 6 unicorn skins. They come in 6 different colors. This is them over one coat black, so you can see their main predominant color, although they do shift in the light, but they tend to have like kind of one main color. They are a little bit thick. They show asymmetrically, so they're more obvious on the nail. And then we've got shimmers. These are the 3 new ones. Shimmers are like the sophisticated little sister of unicorn skin. They are more refined. Think of it as a linear version, kind of like we have the linear Holo Taco where it's more uniform, it's in a line. It's less messy, but from far away, they really have a glow effect because of the uniformity of the pigment. And both of these types of toppers take only one coat to look like this. That's just one coat. It totally transforms whatever color you put it on top of. I recommend putting it over black if you're looking for the most like in your face and obvious effect. But then putting them over a color also will transform whatever it is, and it will look different depending on the color of the base. Each unicorn skin now has a shimmer sister. So for example, this was lunar unicorn skin, which is kind of the yellow, but it also can look kind of pink, kind of cyan, depending over what color. And now its sister is halogen glow, which is a very more refined, sophisticated one. And I would say that these 2 pigments are very much like what people refer to as like the donut glaze or whatever, because it's kind of got that yellowish that shifts to pink, but also cyan depending on the light. So that's what this is. For the donut glaze girlies. Okay, Hailey Bieber. It is yellow, but it kind of does this thing where like in some lighting, it's giving you the pink end, but then if I turn it, there, see? It is yellow. Right there. It's about the size of the pigment. The size and scale of the pigment actually changes how the light refracts off of it. And it's gonna look different depending on whichever lighting you have it under. So like, hold on, I have too much direct light on, so you're seeing more of the pink, but do you see the sides of it? Like, see that light? You're seeing the yellow, and then at a hard angle, it's gonna go all the way to green, but I have 300 lights. But from my eyes, I see it as green, like you saw in the video that I just played. It's the most shifty. Halogen glow changes the most, whereas the others are a little bit more consistently their predominant color. So here, I have to be careful with my nails. Look how pretty! They all have a sister now! Oh my god, I love them! So hold on. I gotta get this out. So we have the unicorn skins, and then we have the shimmers. So you could pair them together if you want. You could do a rainbow gradient, you could sponge it on, you could like lazy gradient it on, which just means like just slopping it on with a brush. There's so many possibilities. And now we kind of have 6 of each finish, because there's going to be some people who want the unicorn skin effect, and there's going to be other people who want that kind of salon chromish powder look, which is how I would describe the shimmers looking a little bit more. It gives that kind of uniform, almost chrome-like glow, but still shimmery, a bit more sophisticated and uniform. We finally have the full rainbow. What does it look like to have a unicorn skin over shimmer? So unicorn skin, if you're gonna use both, I would put a unicorn skin over the shimmer. Yes, I would do that. Are they the same pigments but smaller? I mean, no, technically these are different pigments from like, you know, different vendors that are batch to batch also, because these are kind of special, unique pigments. So no, we did not take it and then grind it up. But like from a storytelling perspective, yeah, I would tell you that shimmers are like ground up unicorn skins, but they're not like we didn't actually do that. Now over white, the same pigment, whether unicorn skin or shimmer, is gonna look very different, which is kind of the fun part. Let me just separate them a bit. So over black, I personally think everything looks good over black. Honestly, they all look good over black. Now to show you this, I'm gonna have to turn down my ISO a little bit. So we're getting dark just so you can see more. Over black, they all look great. It's just like, what color do you like the best? Over white, there's some of them, admittedly, that look a little weird. Like the ones that are predominantly blue, when you put them over white, they turn yellow because it's like they're opposite color. So there's like a science to it. So I would say that Sonic Unicorn Skin or Freezer Burn, which is, this one is Sonic. See how it's looking yellow? And this one is Freezer Burn. See how it goes kind of yellow? Those are the only ones I was like, it's like too weird. But, you know, if you like it, then you could do that. But that would be kind of my recommendation. And then personally, if you're asking me what I think looks the best over white or a very pale color, I think the orange ones. So Solar, that's Solar here. Or Scorched Earth, which is this one. They give such a beautiful orange to cyan glow. See how they look like cyan? Like, what is this? It's so pretty. And then that's the unicorn skin equivalent. Oops, I just hit it. That or Halogen Glow also looks really nice. This is Halogen Glow. It kind of makes it look more pink. Or Lunar, which is that one. It almost looks purple, like purple pink. They basically turn to the inverse of their predominant color when they're put over a light base. Isn't that so fascinating? And I've lowered my camera settings, that's why everything looks dark, but it's the better way to kind of show these. I'd say the differences are less noticeable over white and way more noticeable like over black, obviously. But if you want to get really specific with it, then there is some nuance to like which exact shade, which exact pearly look am I going for. Like I love this one, Halogen Glow, or Scorched Earth looks really, really good. That one's Polar Princess, so that looks good too. I don't know, Scorched Earth is kind of my favorite. That's this one right here. I have Lunar over white on my toes. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, fascinating. All right, let's go back to regular lighting. More combos, please. So these are the 3 new shimmers over top of different cremes. Of course, I had to play around to find out what they look like. So if I'm sorry I didn't label them, but here, I'll do it from dark colors so you can tell. So this is over Indigo Away. So Scorched Earth is always gonna look kind of that reddish orange. And then Halogen Glow, which is kind of that pink, yellow, green, depending on the light. And maybe I should start like shutting off some of my lights to show you what I mean with the shift here. Hold on. Woo! Did that work? It looks really good over I'm Over Brew though. There. Now you see what I mean. Okay. There's more like yellowish. It's because when you have 3 lights pointing to the same thing, it's not the average viewer experience, but I also like need light in my room to stream. And then Freezer Burn, guaranteed to look good over a dark color. It's blue, it's very blue. This is over I'm Over Brew. which is our kind of cool tone dark burgundy. I think that is so stunning. Look, see how this is like weird, but I kind of like it. It almost, freezer burn makes I'm Over Brew look like a purple, but it's not. But the shimmer is actually kind of changing the base color with it. Even though these three are all the same base creme underneath, it's pulling the undertone of this creme a totally different direction. That's over High Tea Hibiscus. That's over Bring Me the Teal. Okay, this is weird. I like it. The red over top of the green. Weird. This is over See Y'all Later Chai. Halogen Glow is my call out right there. Halogen Glow looks stunning over that. This one actually makes it look greener because it's pulling from the cyan pigments over a light color. But Halogen Glow, I think, keeps See Y'all Later Chai in its tone, like its main tone. And then it kind of adds a bit of a pinkish yellow flare, which I think just looks really good. See? Classy, classy lady. This is why if you have swatch wheels and like, you know, multiple different cremes and all the shimmers and toppers, it's helpful to do this before you choose your mani. So you can be like, okay, no, this is exactly what I'm looking for. This is over Shady Navy. Then I didn't do every single creme because, you know, I got things to do. But this is over What Do You Pink. There's something very beautiful about this. It's almost like princess vibes. Halogen or Scorched Earth, I think, is giving that. That's over Work Bestie. Resting Witch Face. I love it. I love all of them over Resting Witch Face. I actually think like this is an example of the blue looking good, but also the other two. Seeing all the combos is making me so excited to make a shimmer sister for my Galactic Sonic bonus track. Oh, you're gonna mix the Meg Teal. I love LARPing as Christine the Science Queen. Yeah. That's over Board Meeting. Again, Scorched Earth looks so weird, but I like it. This is over Too Good to Be Blue. This is Cinderella right here. This zone right here, that's Cinderella. That's over Green Screen. Weird. If you like plants, then this is for you. For the planters in chat. Then I put them over all the new pastels. So that's over Serial Killer. And I wonder if under regular lighting, if this is gonna be better or worse. Okay, it gives another flare. It just was harder to tell on the dark lights. Okay, let's do that for pastels. Actually, here. There. That's over Serial Killer. Very princessy over a pastel, all of them. That's over oh god, I was wrong, sorry. I put this over Scientific at the bottom. These are Too Good to Be Blue, which is more pastel-y. Over Crime and Punishment. Okay, I love these two. Not really liking Freezer Burn over it. I think Freezer Burn looks better over blue if you're going for a lighter color, or dark shades. Over Banana Medicine. Rest in Peach. Okay, that's beautiful. These two look really, really nice. If you want kind of a classic peachy girl. Miss Peach. And then over Pinky Swear, again, very princess vibes. Combos. And then here they are again over the new cremes. In case I didn't show that yet. We have Cold Slate. And then we have Hot Take. And then there they are over black and white. Scorched Earth and Halogen Glow over white are my favorite. Gotta do more white manis. What do you think, Mensch? We've got a double Menchie. All right, I'm gonna do a quick pee out the tea and then we'll come back and we'll do detectives and story time about the ethos of this collection and how I had it planned for a year and a half. Behave, chat. Oh, and the ice cube. I'll show you the ice cube. Did she just stretch like a little Menchie? Thank you, Nicole. Menchie gang, Menchie gang, Menchie gang, Menchie gang. We gotta plan our next Menchie gang stream. End of the month. Ben, if you're there, I don't know if you're reading Jurassic Park or whatever, but I need the ice cube. The ice cube. He knows what I mean. Thank you, Angela, for the 5 gifted Menchie Gang memberships. Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, Menchie Gang, Menchie. Ben, hello? Ben, hi. Yeah, you know that nail polish I put in the freezer? Yeah. Could I get the tray? I gotta show the people the struggles. The lengths we went to sell the nail polish. We encased it in ice forever. Reading Jurassic Park and Flame Nails. Is this high school? Yeah, I'm going back. Guys, announcement. Oh, thank you. Okay. She's having nightmares. Announcement, I'm going back to school. Imagine I did that. That'd be like actually kind of funny. I can hear him opening the icebox. Do you like how Mr. Skelly, who's currently still on vacation, has his hand right by Menchie's head? And she just like has no idea. She's just sitting behind or beside a multi-chrome skeleton hand. I have nightmares that I never graduated high school and have to go back. Oh my God, Shannon. I kind of have that too, but about university. Like I feel like I didn't get enough credits or enough classes. So even today at 34 years old, and I've graduated like 10 years ago, sometimes I'll just have a nightmare thinking like, fuck, I need to redo a course, or I'm missing a credit, or I have to go back, or I got to redo the exam or something. And then I wake up and I'm like, wait, what? Oh, I hear a Ben. Okay, Ben's coming. Do not spook. Do not spook Menchie. Why'd you put it in water? I wanted to hold it.
You want a glass of water?
Oh my God. Guys, look at this wonderful specimen. This is freezer burn, encased in a huge block of ice. Why'd you put it in here? So it would melt? I wanted to like touch it, but now it's
an ice cube.
Like, what the heck? Yeah, you guys want a drink?
You can touch it.
Cheers. This is how I like my drink on Holo Taco Ice, okay? Now I'm drinking the nail polish.
It's the shimmer, right?
I'm drinking the nail polish. It's straight vodka. Good morning.
Yeah, it doesn't freeze.
Yeah, it's Amanda, right? Guys, we're drinking the nail polish.
You could take
We're
it out if you
ridiculous.
want.
Here.
You want a paper towel?
No, let me show them the macro. And she's like, what the fuck? You humans are weird. All my life, I wanted to drink the nail polish. Wasn't there more than this, though? I froze like at least 3 nail polishes. Do you want to just bring me the tray? Like, I want to get this out. Like, how do I get my freezer burn back?
You let it melt over time.
I have to let it melt? Can't pick it up there. Guys, help! My nail polish, it's trapped in ice! No! Help me! How do I get it out? Yes, I froze 3. Don't worry, there's a TikTok for that. I didn't think it would work, honestly. Like, I bought those ice cube trays that are those kind of elongated long rectangles for like fancy people. Ooh, look how it's like reflecting in the light. So pretty. So I just threw them in an ice cube tray. I used distilled water in hopes of it not looking blurry, you know, for the shot. And then I put it in the freezer. And then I was like, is this gonna explode in my freezer? Maybe. I don't know. If it does, we'll figure it out when it happens. But it didn't. It didn't explode, so. Oh yeah, can I put it in the bowl? Look, look. There's more. That one has nothing in it. It's just water. So we froze Cold Slate. And then 1 freezer burn that I'd already popped out here. But yeah, this is how I did it. Okay, just these giant ice cube trays. And then I picked it up and I held it with my hand to get that shot. And it was very cold. Like, I could only pose with it for like 5 seconds before I was like, oh my God. And then it just started like leaking everywhere and then my hands are wet. The things we do. I can't believe this worked though. I was fully convinced this would just explode in my freezer and then I'd have to call like an appliance installer and explain myself and say, I put nail polish in the freezer. It was an accident. Okay, I could let 1 melt and then we could check. Here, Ben, do you want to take these ones back? Because if this melts here, there'll just be water everywhere. Maybe put those ones back in the freezer.
You don't want to let 2 melt? Ooh,
Sorry.
that was loud.
Sorry. I knew that was gonna happen.
You want a Cold Slate?
Yeah, should we let 2 melt beside each other?
That one's stuck.
Just be careful not to knock over.
It's cold. How did you hold this for so
See,
long?
try it. Pose. Show us your nails. Pose, Ben. I need at least 10 seconds of running footage.
No.
Ben!
It's cold. It's cold. It's ice.
Yeah. Here, can I give this to you? If you gave me a glass of hot water, I could pour it over in the bowl.
How hot?
Like really hot, just at the sink. But I can't pour that much before my bowl starts to flood, but...
Hot water?
No, I want to pour it on in front of them. So put it in the glass. You know what I mean? Thank you.
How hot?
Like really hot. Get like really hot water. No, that's fine. We're doing experiments. The glass would break. Well, good thing we'll catch it on camera. All right. Welcome, chat. This is the chat that watches me paint nail polish as it dries for 9 hours. And also the chat that watches ice melt so we can finally get our nail polish. Just imagine. I wonder if I swear, I will laugh so hard, but it's also kind of not funny. What if like a customer saw the video of me holding the nail polish in a block of ice and like ask customer service if the nail polish would come like that. Do you think anyone asked that question? I haven't seen it. But I would not be surprised if there was one person who was like asking for clarification that they wouldn't have to melt the nail polish out of ice. Did anyone think that? Tell me the truth. It's okay. You can be honest. Yes. Wait, so you're saying yes? I'm sure no one has that. See, look. Wait, the ice isn't included? Yeah. See, we might have to write a CX macro to answer that question. Just saying. You know, we just want to be prepared. Do not reach out to customer service and ask this question and troll them. They're not watching this stream and will not understand this. Do not troll customer service. They are not me. Okay, troll me in this chat. Only that is allowed. Because I'll troll you right back. And tell you that, yes, you're gonna have to wait to let your nail polish defrost. It takes between 18 to 27 hours, depending on your climate. This is false advertising. Yeah, sue me. Okay, how hot is this water, Ben?
It's warm water.
It's warm water. Can you move my mouse in case it spills? Ready? I'm pouring warm water. Come on. Break through. Oh, I see it. You could do it. Oh my God. Look. Menchie, come here. Look, it's breaking. Oh my God, I think we're gonna get them out. And this is how you defrost your nail polish.
That's why the ice is thicker around the cap, eh?
Take your nail polish out of the freezer. Apply warm water to free it. Okay, I'm running out of space in my bowl, so.
Just let the rest know.
How to paint your nails. Guys, how to paint your nails. It's a really cold application, they say. I would actually get freezer burn if I painted my nails with this freezer burn. This is kind of a really cool creative concept to only freeze the caps. Wow, I'm a genius. The ice cap is cool, right? Like, what is this? Why is it so good? I'm in my Troom Troom era. I'm in my shimmer era and my Troom Troom era. Can I try painting with them? I don't know if it'll open. Like, I don't think I can open this. You know what I mean? Like, oh, no, it's twisting off. No! It's just twisting off the cap. Yeah, it's not gonna grip it. I'm free! Like, look, guys, I made myself a custom nail polish cap. Wait, let's put it back. Can I put it back on? Why is this so stupid? Wait, let me take a picture before it all falls apart. Quick, my hands are wet. It's melting. My nail polish is melting. I'm gonna put that on Snapchat later. Did someone just say it's an ice cap? It's an ice cap. Take that, Tim Hortons. Okay, thank God it didn't crack or break, and I may be able to use them again. Look at Cold Slate's cap. This one's a little what kind of fuckery is this? It also, oh, it broke off the bottom. Use it right now? Do we want to see if it still works? Oh my god, yeah, is the nail polish frozen? I don't know what happens. Okay, she's free. Let's dry her off. It's impossible to warm her up with a color like that. It's about time we did experiments. Yeah, so at Holo Taco, we would tell you to let your nail polishes warm up to room temperature before using them. Including if you've decided to freeze them in ice. But I'm just wiping this one clean. And you know what? Let me just go to the sink and pour this out. Oop, just before I electrocute myself by pouring all this water on my keypad. So she's free as well. The rescue is complete. Let me go dump this carefully. Rescue mission successful. All hail the ice queens. Okay, let's dry them off and see if they work. Jack, no. I'll never let you go, Jack. Are they cold? They are cold. Oh my god, it is cold. It looks like it's behaving normally. Like I can see the little mixing balls moving around, right? Which means the formula is not frozen. Okay, let's paint it on a swatch wheel and see what happens when you freeze your nail polish. What are we doing? Well, we unfroze some nail polish from my freezer. Now we're gonna see if it still works. This is the science you definitely needed to know before you got the Fire and Ice bundle from holotaco.com. Definitely, yeah. I have a random question. Do you ever worry one day you might run out of your own bottles of the limited polishes? No, because I have dozens of them. I know. Don't be jealous. Okay. It looks like normal. It just looks like our standard opaque creme formula. Kind of incredible. This has been in the freezer for a week and a half. I did this before the Sophia truck day. And I just left it in the freezer. I was like, fuck, I don't know. I gotta go. Just like forgot about it. Okay, let's see. This is the true test. Was she rescued? Or is she lost forever? Okay, she's perfect. What? Why is she perfect? I'm actually shocked. I fully thought I'd be sacrificing a couple of them, which is normal. I spill out nail polish all the time, sacrifice, you know. I get it dirty or I leave it open to air exposure a lot because I'm just doing a lot of stuff with it. Sacrifice, it's fine. But, you know, I figured putting it in an ice cube for a week and a half meant sacrifice. But, like, it's good. It's great. And here's freezer burn. Let me just paint it alone. Actually, here, let's do this. Freezer burn. Did it freeze? No. It's fine. It's normal. What? It's behaving so normally. I'm shocked. Is what people say about me sometimes. It's fine. Why? Why? Damn. Yeah, it doesn't seem thick or chunky or frozen at all. Nail polish is vodka confirmed? It is. Wait, are you suggesting we drink? But like kind of, right? Like what? Someone knows more than me. Right now, there's like a chemist out there watching this and be like, okay, well, technically, there's this ingredient in nail polish which fully explains why it doesn't freeze. I'm like, I don't know, okay? I just like the shimmer. Listen, Google says nail polish will not freeze, just thicken. Interesting. I don't think it's thicker. Personally, like it feels kind of the same. Just applying some freezer burn. It literally got a freezer burn. Wow, still looks pretty. Frozen or room temperature, it looks pretty. Pretty sure there's alcohol in nail polish. Oh, that's why we shouldn't drink it. Got it. Or is that why we should? Y'all need to start putting indestructible on the bottles. I'm also shocked at like that the bottle is totally fine. Like the holo looks great. The glass is fine. Everything is fine. What the heck? Just some water still dripping off of it. This makes me glad and now less concerned for my Holo Taco deliveries in Michigan. Let me just be clear. Even though I'm a dumbass and put this nail polish in my freezer for a week and a half, don't do that. Like it's probably like it's not really recommended because you just never know. What if it could explode? I don't know. Okay, don't do as I do, as I say all the time. Like light a flame, you know, to shoot nail polish. Don't do that either. But yeah, the actual advice in winter is to let your nail polishes warm up to room temperature because of the risk that they maybe could be thicker. And it's the same comment in the summer when it's like really hot out. That can have an effect on the application. So yeah, just generally speaking, you know, customer service, Christine speaking, let your nail polishes warm up or cool down to room temperature before using them, okay? And now, crazy Christine speaking, I froze my nail polish and it's fine. What I hear is simply saying don't freeze the nail polish before drinking. Yeah. Is that what we hear? All right, well, science experiment complete, passed, and I'm a chemist now. Next, let's do some detective review. How about that? Detectives, are you here? Detectives, are you there? Detectives? I'm calling you. Bling, 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 bling. You're always there. Okay. Well, every Holo Taco launch, there's a group of detectives known as the Holo Taco Detectives, which I repeatedly mispronounce as the Holo del Taco Detectives, Zaco, blah, blah, blah. They like to live in the corners of the Simply and Illogical Discord server. It's a wonderful place to be. It's free to go. It's an app. It's on your desktop. It's wherever it is. People live there, actually, I hear. It's a 24/7 community communications location where the detectives have decided is probably their #1 place to congregate. So make sure you join. If you're in the Menchie gang also, you get your name highlighted with a little Menchie emote by linking your YouTube to your Discord, and then you get access to a Menchie Gang only channel that you can chat in with other Menchie Gang members. Just saying that since there's been an addition of a lot of memberships, people who got them for free from gifted memberships. Okay. The Holo Taco detectives have a desk. They have case files where they try and figure out what is what. What is Holo Taco releasing next? What did Christine leak this week on stream? What can we see from her Snapchat stories? And so we started this desk, which is a dedicated case file meant for them to add new case facts to. But the problem is they don't always know which piece of evidence goes with which case file. So we had a reflective report, we had shimmer sleuthing, and then we had the fiendish file for Sophia. But it's been a confusing time for them. Yeah. They live under bridges surviving on raw pigeon meat. Likely. Yes. Totally. Sounds likely. With the ghosts. So let's review their work. For the shimmer sleuthing report. The first sighting of any shimmers noted by detectives was April 8th, giant mini egg cooking. Okay, April 8th, which is actually not that long ago. Okay, you guys gotta work harder. And then in my highlights, my editor just called it out for you. I was wearing serial killer, banana medicine, and redacted, which was freeze or burn, which was harder to tell in Beauty Guru lighting on pastels, which is why I wore that one, to throw you off. So you were like, is it new? What is it? And then a new file was opened. Thank you, Pillar. Discord mod opened the new file under shimmer sleuthing. And let me just show you that in case you need a quick little Discord tutorial. This is Discord. If you go down to Holo Taco, you see Holo detectives, where they're probably freaking out right now. Oh, what is this? What are they doing? Hello. Ben is jelly. Christine's head with a goat. I'm scared. Time to investigate. Cammy? So that's the live chat. Hello. But if you go to the detective's desk, you will notice we have files, case files. Here's some archived ones: the royal research, the reflective report, the pastel plot, the chrome collection files. And if you follow each of them, then you'll get updated. So shimmer sleuthing, if you click in and then you click follow, then that way it'll pop up on the side for you. Just a tip for any new Discord users. So it makes it easy, kind of like our own Reddit threads, where you can just click in to shimmer and then you can see what's going on. And these are meant for actual hints and stuff. Well, this has just been released, so there's no more hints because it's out now. Now you know the truth. Why is my repeat not working? There it is. Okay, so that's the detective's desk, which has been a great addition. We have some chatters who like to search way back to try and figure out when I've said something. And Erilyn is a champ at that, searching back to the earliest clues for Shimmers 2.0, and she talked about in a stream on August 3rd of last year and said, I'm thinking a long time from now, like a year from now. This is when I was playing Stray, like the game Stray. And people noted in 2022, confirmed she wants to do more Shimmers, but sounds like she's talking a year out. Yeah, that's how long I've had these in my pocket. And then I did this stream in August. And what does that look like? Wait. Am I wearing the same fire hoodie? Are we looking at blue and reddish orange flame imagery? Did I do fire nail art in 2021? Interesting how far back the hints they go. Who is there? Who is there on that stream? Okay, fast forward to more recently, 2 years later. In April of this year, we were doing fancy nails, like Jimmy Choo Choo and whatever. And I just straight up said, let's do some combos. Okay, let's just pop out this blue shimmer, oops. And I put it over a Jimmy Choo Choo nail polish. People were screen capping, people were making GIFs. They're like, oh my God, the blue shimmer. Is it the blue shimmer? And then there was this, okay, which totally led everyone so astray. Like, y'all got pretty fucked up over this picture. So we need to address it. Okay, let's talk about it. This was a Snapchat from some time ago where I was shooting those comparison slides in order to make this collection of creme Swatch sticks. And I had them all out and I said creme comparisons. And I just put the little kissy face because Snapchat makes it easy to do so. And so many of you were just reading all the wrong things into this. People have screen capped like the pinks on the right, thinking that these would be like Sophia shades. Okay, you guys need to understand that there's this thing called shadows. Like when you take a picture that's not optimized for presentation like this Snapchat, sometimes there's things in the way of a light and they get shadowed. And that's what this is. This is just pinky swear, guys. Just, it's being shadowed. That's it. It's not a sussy mauve green bean. It's just pinky swear. But there's like, I don't know, a lamp in the way. Because this is not a professional shot. Come on, people. Yeah. It's okay. Detectives like to see things that aren't there. It happens all the time. It happens every day. Like this picture. What are they circling? These are just the shimmers. These were the 3 existing shimmers and the existing unicorn skins, but I'm glad we're pointing to them and circling them. And then I just showed you my shit. Okay, we were going to Polish Mountain. We raised $22,000 for charity. And for one of the rewards, one of the milestones, I just showed you the blue shimmer because I figured like it's already out. Just let it all hang out. NDAs were signed. How many people violated them? And then I cut Ben's hair on Ben's stream where they were clearly voting for him to go bald. Bald Ben, bald Ben. And you saw the shimmer. And then I broke my nail on the same stream. So when I recovered from the trauma, I shared with you my broken nail fixed with the builder gel, but you were seeing literally the swatches I had just done. I'd just taken these pictures and that was the last shimmer on top of black. So thankfully I got all the shots minus on top of the new crumbs. Those had to be on my fake nail. Yeah, right before a tragedy struck. Oh, hello, shimmers. This was sent before we had any teasers. And people were noticing, they were highlighting at the bottom that it says, we feel like shimmers are really hot right now. What makes me really proud is that people read our emails. So I would like to say thank you to people who read every word in the email, because sometimes it feels like people don't read. So shout out to the detectives for reading our emails and for writing essays. I believe this was Rayleigh, Rayleigh, who is in our Discord server. Shout out to them. And they like to write a bunch of bullet points, of executive summaries, of memorandums about everything you need to know, you know, with images. It's great. Then we had people collating together, hypothesizing what was coming based on some of the teasers that were going out, like that was a teaser, and then based on unicorn skins that already exist. So that was Solar, that was Sonic, that was Lunar, and you guys were already matching up and doing it. You're already pairing it up. Smarty pants over here. There's people, there's such smart asses. They're just like, actually, it's this and this and this. Here you go. Facts. Facts. And people were speculating what the color story would be. We had some wonderful gifts. We had some Pokemon. We had some icy hot. We had a color temperature chart. And I was like, bitch, who's reading my mind? Because that's literally like what I used. But yes, we got some smarty pants in there. Smart detectives. We had people manifesting scorched earth type memes. We had ice, baby vanilla ice. People were very excited. And then there was Tide Pods. Like, people needed to do their laundry or eat Tide Pods. I'm not sure. But somewhere over the course of the last year, people just decided in their chaos, the chaos that they do in the Discord server, that I would be releasing a Tide Pod collection, and that would be the remaining 3 shimmers. And then, like, Tide, like the laundry detergent, actually released a Simply collection? What? No real association, let me be clear. I do not have a collab with a laundry detergent company. But apparently they have a Tide Simply collection. Okay, cool. I could try it. And yeah, here I am being laundered, I suppose. And this dates back really far. I tried to search the Discord to be like, who is the first chaos person? Who did chaos first to say, like, Tide Pods and what the fuck? So I searched back, in 2022, people were talking about the winter shimmers. And then they were like, we were expecting yellow, orange, blue shimmer next time, the Tide Pod collection. And then no detective ever let that down. Ever since that moment last summer, it was the Tide Pod collection. Christine, when are you releasing the Tide Pod collection? Where is it? We know that you're coming out with it. Tide Simply collection, tough on stains and odors, easy on your wallet. It's the Tide Pod shimmers, everybody. Like, what is this asset? Who? This screams, I am a graphic designer energy. Every detective is a graphic designer, apparently. And a creative director. You know, I can't deny the Tide Pod shimmers was a great angle. Definitely would have sold twice as much if it was a legitimate collab with Tide. Whoever made this had fun and I like it. Yep. Easy on your wallet. Then we had some collages, which I always appreciate. You know, there's detectives who write essays, there are detectives who lurk and contribute nothing to the evidence files, and then there's detectives who are visual observers. They like to collate everything together and be like, here's what we're looking at, okay? I love that, because this is me in my brain too, like mapping things out. So when I see you guys put this together, I'm like, yes, where were you like a year and a half ago when I was doing this? You guys identified the cremes with this little block teaser. Beyyyn and cremes. You saw some of the teasers, you were isolating it. You had the sonic shimmer, but it says the name right there though, guys. Like, this is kind of a miss. I showed you the name Freezer Burn early on. Then we had the lunar shimmer and the solar shimmer. That's the unicorn skin names for it before you knew the names. And then we released the hero image, the thumbnail for the Holo Taco channel YouTube video. And then you saw me starting to work on all the shimmers picture, which we're gonna turn into a background. Don't worry, so there's a unicorn skin equivalent and we'll have a shimmer version. Lurker here, I contribute nothing. Okay, we can do a poll. But yeah, big shout out to the Holo Taco detectives. You guys did great. A little bit of a derailing on the Tide Pods, but you're not wrong that it does kind of look like that. So pick an aesthetic. Is this the Tide Pod collection? Is it the Fire and Ice bundle? Is it Pokemon? Is it Shark Boy and Lava Girl? Is it Katy Perry Hot and Cold? Like, you pick whichever one speaks to you. Next, we're doing Dove soap. What? Here, let's do a poll on what kind of detective you are. What kind of detective are you? And then I want to do some sales data research. So I'm going to have you tell me things about which one, and I'm going to compare to the reality, even though it's only been one day. I'm a lurker. I'm a visual artist. I'm a Executive Summarizer. Is there another option? I'm a chaos mind. There you go. Go ahead. What kind of detective are you? And make sure you're in the Simply Nailogical Discord server so you can, even if you're just lurking, this is where the information is. I know they're gonna open up a file soon. It's not open yet for anniversary, but that's because I haven't given you like anything. I've been sealed, lips are sealed. But I'm gonna have to start leaking, I think. Yeah, just to like give you something. What? What? All right, now let's go back in time and show you where my mind was 2 years ago, which I never really do on stream. I usually save it for Holo Swatcher and Holo Royalty exclusive content short. But let's do both. Why not? Holo, it's me. We always a lurker. We could use some leaks. Tell us about anniversary. Chaos minds unite. You can tell us. We won't tell. I literally see you telling on Discord or our Facebook group, All Things Simply. Okay, let's look. What kind of detective are you? 87% are lurkers. Guys, this is a group work project. You have to contribute. The heck? I'm giving you a failing grade on participation. If everyone lurked, there would be no clues to discuss. There would be no discussion. Why do I have to be your teacher right now and explain to you that if no one worked, there'd be nothing. We would have nothing. Yeah, you bunch of freeloaders. What the heck? We're all introverts. This is the internet. You're telling me an introvert can't type on the internet? Come on, guys. Nobody wants to work anymore. Okay? What is this? 87% don't even want to work. Shout out to the 3% of visual artists. Because of them, we get these wonderful collages that benefit everyone. Shout out to the 1% of executive summarizer, which I think is just Rayleigh. I think it's only Rayleigh. No, I'm just kidding. There's a few of you. And shout out to the 9% who are of the chaos mind. It's because of them that we get this. Because of them, we get this, and this, and this, and this, and this. So, shout out to them, and this. All right, let me close the poll. All right. What is this chaos music? Thought I had to sneeze, but I didn't. No! It's gonna haunt me for the next hour. Okay. I didn't sneeze, but thank you for blessing me anyways. Praise be! Alright. So every launch, I do a mood board, or at least some kind of a high-level brainstorm. Maybe it's formula, maybe it's theme, maybe it's color story. But with the shimmers and the unicorn skins, there was something more specific driving the collection. Because the collection was really centered around the special effect topper, right? So with unicorn skin, it was always about picking like which 3 unicorn skins, how do they look different, and then picking 2 different cremes where the effect was gonna be different. And then the same thing with shimmers. But because I knew in advance that I wasn't gonna release 6 shimmers and multiple cremes all at once, because that's just like kind of a lot, it was always the case that I was gonna split them up. So we do like 3 and 3. 3 shimmers in one collection, 3 shimmers in another later. Just like how we did unicorn skins, 3 for the first unicorn skin release, and then unicorn dream release like a year later. So when I was working on winter shimmers, which was the first shimmer collection, this was the vibe, if you recall, I already had all the shimmer options that I was going to preserve and hold for the next shimmer collection, whenever that was, whatever that was. Like, I knew it was gonna be later and not right after winter shimmers. So in making winter shimmers, I also had the fire and ice shimmers and was deciding which 3 looked best with what and what vibe of creme made sense and how they would be 2 different collections and how they would feel different based on the cremes. So let's go over what I mean. I have a million swatch wheels. These are my historical archives of swatch wheels. And this is chaos. This is chaos Christine right now. It's very little order, but I'm gonna try and show you. So this was kind of like the first look at shimmer options. The date is 2021. So before the winter shimmers release, which was early 2022. And this was just like evaluating all the options to kind of see what's up. And then here they all over white and also over duct tape gray, which is kind of what inspired me. They look really good with a muted gray. So that was like the first go at, okay, shimmers. What are we doing? What are the options? And how do I separate 3 and 3 into different moods and stories? So as you recall, first we released winter shimmers, which was kind of a celestial northern lights look. So we had kind of the pale purple, RIP lavender, and shady navy, which kind of brought that depth and darkness, but also saturated. And then the 3 chosen shimmers were deliberately the pinky one, the purpley bluey one, and then the green one to kind of give that northern lights effect. And I knew at that time that I was gonna save the other 3 that were like hot red, yellow, and blue for fire and ice because... Hold on, I have 800 wheels. Pardon me. I lost my wheels. Okay, before Holo Taco had cremes, think back to like 2021, and we didn't have that many cremes. Like maybe we had less than 20 or something like that, I want to say. I was doing this. These are really old. They're so old that it's before I started doing like a better way of doing swatch wheels anyways, for my own prototyping. That's how I identify it. These are not our cremes. These are just random cremes that I had in the basement or that I picked up from the drugstore to try and differentiate color stories and also just messaging and vibes so that both sets would feel very different, because shimmers on their own look similar, right? So you need to find a way to tell a different story over top of different cremes and that they feel just like a different collection. And then it's like, which 3 go where? So these are pre-Holo Taco creme's existence. I just pulled some kind of pale muted lavenders to suit the vibe, to understand what our shimmer prototypes would look like over different things with this color. And then I knew I wanted some kind of a navy. So these are just random navies to kind of paint and see what the general vibe was. And then we eventually landed on this, right? Like this was the final with the 3 shimmers over top of the 2 final cremes. At the same time, I was painting on the other 3 shimmers on top of an array of bright reds or blues. And I did at one point contemplate it being more like a baby blue, but then it kind of became more redundant to do that. And I was really, really liking something more like this. I was like, oh, that's just so depressing, but I love it. but I knew there was gonna be something on the blue side and then a bit of a hot red. But we ultimately landed going a little bit more orange just to make sure it was different than left on red. But this was the vibes. The two vibes that were contemplated from day one of shimmers was winter shimmers and then some kind of fire and ice, more elemental. And some people have asked why we didn't do a collection box. We initially did plan this as a collection box. Like there's even artwork that I have samples of that was printed, not the physical box yet, but like just the sheet. But just in listening to customer feedback and making sure that our releases that had anything limited edition about it was more spaced out as much as reasonably possible, that's the feedback we took into consideration and actually decided not to do a box for this launch. And as a result, this launch became more low-key. That's also why I didn't stream it, which was a deliberate choice to reduce excitement. Like what? That makes no sense, but it's true. That's why there was no box. So there was nothing limited edition about it. And I didn't stream it, so everyone just kind of relax. You know what I mean? But now you're here because you actually want to talk about the collection and see it, and I want to talk about it too, but you're just like chilling. We're just chilling here. Can we see test boxes? I feel like if I show you, everyone will just get mad that we didn't release a box, which defeats the purpose of us not releasing a box to make people happy. Do you know what I mean? It's very complicated. My FOMO is waiting for fall. Yeah. And do not take this to misunderstand me that like all of a sudden we're not doing boxes. Like we are. Like the next one is a box and everything will be limited. It's our anniversary. It's gonna be really cool and special and different. And then you know Sophia's coming in September, and then you know my birthday, which will be at least one limited edition shade me in October. Like you already know this from our calendar, but that's why I was like, okay, what can we pull out that doesn't have to be that kind of limited edition moment? And there's some things that just are kind of locked in like that. But if they're not, then we decided to pull it back. So like this was not a box for that reason. But it's kind of sad because like there's also customers being like, why is there no box? I really would like a box. It would look so cool. And I'm like, I know it would because I saw the prototype box and it actually looked really cool. But, you know, just trying to balance everything. It's challenging. Yeah, the box would have been really cool. Pun intended. Please show. I don't know if I should show it. I don't know where it is. I think it's in the basement. I could grab it, but you have to promise not to get mad. Like, just don't get mad that there's no box. Like, it's fine. Please don't. Okay, Ben said no, apparently. Ben hates it, apparently. It wasn't even like final though, just to be clear. We knew this wasn't gonna be a box for some time. This is why we can't have nice things. I know, it is true. Ben is why we can't have nice things. I don't know. It's downstairs in the basement. It wasn't even like final. It was because when we were doing the winter shimmers box, our amazing graphic designer also made one that looked more like ice. And then I was like, oh my God, save that for the fire and ice collection. But then, you know, a year later we decided we weren't gonna do a box for it. So we just didn't add fire to it. So it's mostly just ice. But it's the vibe, like the general sentiment and direction was there. Thank you for all the hard work and thought you put into the collection. Thank you, Anna, so much. Put Ben in a timeout and get the box. I don't know why Ben doesn't want to show it. Probably because he doesn't think it was final. Like, yeah, it didn't have flames on it yet. I agree. You share too much. I think people take it for granted sometimes. Yeah, and like I show everything because I don't know. That's the style oh God, my camera just died. I'm trying to show you and it won't let me. Hold on, a battery change. Oh no. It's a sign. Ben cut the feed. Yeah, he doesn't want you to see the truth. Okay. Anyways, I know there's like definitely a lot of risk in me showing you guys like even this that I was thinking out or saying that there was a box and there wasn't, because then people always get upset over what they didn't have, or they just jump to other conclusions that like aren't it based on things I share, or other companies maybe see ideas that we had and just decided not to use, like box designs that we didn't use or concepts that we didn't use that I still showed. But I don't know, like I'm kind of tired about constantly worrying about that stuff. My general thought process is that I am placing the value of community and sharing with you guys behind the scenes stuff because I know how much you love to hear about it, and that it kind of feels more like a learning and insight experience into why we do what we do. I'm prioritizing that over the more logistical, reasonable, rational business concerns that the average business or brand owner would have, which other people in this industry will tell me I'm dumb for. And I'll just be like, okay, well, I would like to talk to people in my chat. I'd like to share things on Snapchat, whatever. I would like to show some statistics, you know, as much as I can and should. Sally's everywhere. What am I gonna do? Just like never, I could never release nail polish and then Sally would know nothing. People are gonna lose it? Why? What did I do? What did I do now? What did I do? Do not share, Chris. Behave. Jessica Schmessica doesn't want me to share anything. Okay, never mind. Can you make a color about Ben? Yeah, here. Hot take. This is Ben in a bottle. He's full of them. So many hot takes, gotta take him off the internet. Okay, I will continue with my winter shimmer fire ice explanation. And in the interest of sharing things that you guys are just gonna be mad at that you didn't have, here's this swatch wheel. Woo! Okay, so when I was picking cremes, as I mentioned, these were just random ones from downstairs to get the vibe and understand what the shimmers are gonna look like. Do other people in this industry have the connection with their customer base that you do? Hashtag loyalty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Yeah. Not really, and it's not something that you can just do, right? You can't just be a brand that exists and then create a community. It doesn't really work that way. I've been on the internet for like a million years, and so many of you have been with me this whole time, or more recently, and there's so much content of me just like talking, especially now with streaming, that you've literally been here like right now, like knives in the chat, hanging out with me. And that's why this is so much more of a community than a brand. I read that somewhere. Someone put that in my Facebook group. And then I was like, yeah, you're right. It's not really just like, here's a brand. There's a lot of community in this. And I love that about this. That's why when we launch something, I want to do a launch stream, but I have to pull back and be like, okay, let's not make it a big deal. Intentionally pull back and don't make selling nail polish a big deal. But there's still something in us, and those of you who are hanging out with me now who are like, yeah, but I want to be here. Like, I that's what I want. So then you join me on Saturday, the day after a low-key launch. Is Sally in the room with us? I just assume always. Shout out to Sally. Anyways, okay, so here's the creme prototypes I was thinking of, and you can see what one. Don't even start with me. Don't say, oh, I would rather this shade, because you have to trust your girl. But let me just give you a piece of my mind anyways. So when we were doing this, the direction for the lab was muted slate bluish gray. I ultimately thought these landed a little bit too dark and closer to navy blue, even though yes, they are grayer, but they are bluer. And I wanted it to be more like grayer, because duct tape gray is still very far away from this, so I saw no issue. And I do think this was just traveling a little bit more in the direction of like more, you would just call this blue. Like to me, that's just blue. And I wanted like muted dead inside color. It was like the opposite of hot take. But you know, everyone has a different perspective. Everyone wants something they don't have. And who knows, like maybe there's room for something like this. Maybe if you do this like a little bit purpler, it could look really nice, but that's what I went with for this. And then hot take. Okay. I know people are gonna look at this and be like, give me a brick red now. But listen, here's my logic. If I put a brick red in the Fire and Ice collection, a brick red with a muted slate blue doesn't give you the same like opposite really hot and cold and dead inside effect, right? It all of a sudden you're like in muted territory. You're all low-key instead of like hot spicy red and cold dead inside blue gray. So I intentionally went the direction of like caliente hot fire engine for that contrast. Now I know we need a brick red, don't get me wrong, but it did not make sense to me when I started doing this. And I was like, what's it gonna look like with the shimmers, with the dead inside blue, that I was like, that's like locked in, we're doing the dead inside blue, you know? And where might a brick red be more appropriate? Maybe somewhere else. Maybe it's more fall appropriate, you know? Maybe in another color story. It's just like, that's where it should land. So there is always a method to the madness. And that's what I'll say. Also, here, this kind of explains what I mean. So I was just testing over some of the protos, testing like the different blues and grays with the shimmers that there's no Glossy Taco on this, so they're kind of like whatever. And while I think it, like, don't get me wrong, it looks nice over bricky red, but it wasn't like hot fire flames, you know what I mean? It was like all too muted. It was the opposite effect we were deliberately going. She's dropping mad hints. This is why Ben wants me to shut up. But in order to explain my logic, I have to talk. No. Yeah, like hot Cheeto red, like the dust. Reddish orange. This is like an exercise I do every time that we're releasing toppers, shimmers, whatever it is, because it's the combinations that I want to understand. What's that going to look like in the hero asset? What's that going to look like on the main website listing when we kind of show you how each combination looks? And then how does it look like over some of our existing crowns? What's it going to look like over black and white? Because that's the main way it's going to show. So this is August 2022. This was after the shimmers had already been identified from 2021, but I was just like doing it again. And these were beside equivalents. Actually, see, here's an example of what was wrong. Not wrong, but just it didn't quite match, for example. See how there's like a teal one? Yeah, I know, we don't have it. Because it's just too much. Like technically there's more shimmers that exist. Technically there's a teal. Technically there's a bit more of like a greenish golden. Like that. Oh no, where is it? This one, sorry. There's like that one. It's like kind of greenish light, whereas we have that one more like saturated green. There are more pigments out there, But not every pigment is available in the quantities that Holo Taco needs. This was done a long time ago, and I mean, like, the vendors have maybe changed up what they do at this point. But yeah, Holo Taco is large enough that that is something we have to take into consideration. Even though some pigments exist, they may not be available in the quantities that we need, because we're not just gonna like sell 1,000 and then be like, yeah, sorry, we sold out immediately and never again, because that would be very frustrating to people. And one of our goals this year has been to stock up and to make sure that as much as we can reasonably avoid that. So that's why Vacation Box is still in stock. And the 3 Holo Royalty limited edition shades are still available. So we're doing the best that we can. That I don't want you to make that like a guarantee that every single collection will always be available for a long time. I don't know. It's really hard to predict, especially for like things like Anniversary or Sophia. Like, I have no fucking clue. You know what I mean? Because those are just so wildly different. But yeah, that is something that Holo Taco definitely has to take into consideration when it comes to releasing things. Like, can we get enough of it, and has it been quality controlled, tested, and put through a number of different tests and things that we require from our manufacturer before things are released, that take a long time and also go through stringent protocols before there's sign off on it. I don't know how you managed to narrow down colors, so many to choose from. There really are so many to choose from. And like, there could have been more, but I felt like I was already happy with these. Sometimes there'll be way more. There'll be like twice as many. And sometimes I'll be like, you know what? We did it. Done. You know, it's good. Can you make a collection with colors related to each Taylor Swift album? I would not do that, because even if I never used the trademark Taylor Swift, or maybe her songs don't technically have a trademark on them, I feel like it's not the best look for a business to very clearly and specifically use someone else's art or work and profit off of them without it being like a real collaboration where you're working with them. That doesn't mean you can't be inspired by like Midnight, the color or something, but like, I wouldn't make a Taylor Swift collection. Just like how I would not be impressed if someone made a Simply Holo collection and things were all named after me or inspired, even if they didn't technically use a trademark. And I see that in smaller brands all the time, like doing things very clearly, like literally named after Taylor Swift. And maybe Taylor's people aren't bothering going after smaller companies. I don't know, but it's not a business practice I would engage with, or would ever engage with a company who engages in that type of business practice. Just noticed your hoodie looks cool. Thank you. It's fire. Yeah, anti-hero is a word though that Taylor... Okay, context does matter. The word anti-hero existed before Taylor Swift, and in the context of what you'll see, it makes sense that is completely unrelated to Taylor Swift, just like how the word simply, if you use the word simply in the context of organic food, no one reasonably thinks that you did it because of me. You know what I mean? I think Chatter was just asking if we could make a collection about Taylor Swift and her songs, which is mainly hinged on using Taylor Swift's ideas as opposed to just like a word that she happened to use and using that in an unrelated context. In the context of laundry detergent. Yeah, exactly. Brands launching a Taylor collection without formal collab is insane. I see it quite often. Thank you so much for your morals. You are my role model in life, and thank you for not taking advantage of our FOMO. Thank you, Laura. I still know that regardless of like our choices to try and pull back sometimes, you know, the next time we launch something that is limited edition, which is going to happen, which you can kind of predict based on the past few years' calendars and your knowledge about Sophia. Like, it's gonna happen, but I try and be as cognizant as possible. And then small drops, like the Fire and Ice. Nothing limited edition. Pick it up if you want. Some people were really excited about filling in shimmer gaps. Some people are like, oh, I love this mood and color story, I'm doing it. And then some people are like, I like a few of them, I'm gonna hold off until your anniversary collection drops, kind of thing. And it's totally up to you. These shades are not limited edition, and we made enough of them. But I also just don't want to give this unrealistic promise that like everything will be in stock at all times. Occasionally our things cycle in and out of stock. It happens. But the goal is to restock. The collab is gonna be lit. I can't wait. I know. I can't wait either. For Sophia. Okay, and that was kind of it for explaining the Fire and Ice backstory, which has always been there since 2021, when I was first looking at shimmers and thinking, how do we separate these into two different moods? And I'm really happy with where we landed. So these were the two moods, winter shimmers and then Fire and Ice. Which one are you? And then you can just like put them over whatever you want, which is the beauty of Holo Taco, I think, anyways. Which is like, you don't need to do these combinations, but we like to suggest them to you because they look cool. But you can put them over whatever you want. Okay, Ben, can I show them the collection box that never was? Ben, please. I don't even know why I'm asking for permission. It's in the basement, so it's far. Ben's being very quiet today. You're the boss? Yes, bitch. Be right back. NDAs in the chat, please. I just ran up and down the stairs. Need a minute, hold on. Oh, I didn't even show you my peely lid. Okay, we'll go out with a peel. Listen, when I show you this, do not get mad, okay? There is no box. There was for a reason, and considering the customer experience, even though you're probably like, I would have liked a free box, ma'am. There's a multifaceted experience we consider here. These were originally prototyped for winter shimmers, and one of the artwork designs, shout out to our art director, graphic designer, was like a broken ice shimmer. And when I saw this, I was like, that looks like fire and ice. If you just add fire, why don't we save this for the fire and ice collection, which I like knew we were gonna do. But then we never did the box. So I don't have one that would have been closer to the real like end result that was kind of like, oh, that should be it. But this was an option for winter shimmers, which did I make a short showing you the options and I exposed this? I can't remember if I was doing shorts on that way back when. Collection box, does anyone know? Because if I did, then you'd seen this. But yeah, this was one option, one artwork direction for winter shimmers. But then we were like, don't proceed with making a box because it looks too much like what we would do for fire and ice, like this, but add fire. And it's got shimmer on it, and we probably would have changed the shimmer color maybe to make it blue or something, because this is kind of pink. Can we have this as a poster? Here you go. Let's look at it up close. So it's the same texture as the Winter Shimmers box. So it has that kind of like shimmer stuff on top of it. Hold on, I'm gonna find the one. Okay, here. So if you recall, this was the Winter Shimmers box, more like Northern Lights kind of starbursty, but it had this, it's the same shimmer on top, right? And then at an angle, it kind of glows different colors. People like the texture on this. So that was the Winter Shimmers box. All right, so it kind of had a bit of a gradient there, Northern Lights. And then that's why the shimmer on this is exactly the same, because it was just an option. But when I saw the way the ice printed like this, like the ice cracking with the shimmer, I was like, okay, save it. Don't use it for winter shimmers, which is more like Aurora Borealis or whatever. And then I would have just like had the graphic designer work on like, hey, what if we like, can we add flames? Maybe there's flames on one side, maybe the flames come up through the middle or something, just to kind of have the fire meet the ice, and that would have been the fire and ice box. No thought yet on what the inside would have been. I don't know. But yeah. And these are all the same kind of sheets. These are basically the same sheet, but I think the background color was a bit different. Like there's more pink and purple in the background. This one's maybe a bit more blue. Very subtle differences though that are probably not really noticeable to you. But it's just like the background colors. Oh, this one might have been more pronounced, like the ice, or the foil was different. Oh, the foil looks the same. But like that's, it would have been cool. Don't get me wrong. Don't make me sad now. But I think it's cool. Fire and ice. But ultimately, we made the right choice to make sure that as much as possible, knowing we've got a packed year, we do. There is no denying. We have a lot of really cool shit that we want to release. But after vacation collection, which was always going to be a box, because like, come on, we had to take it on vacation. We were like, okay, which one collection can we drop a box from? And unfortunately, it was Fire and Ice. No box. So you can probably predict the rest of the boxes in the year because you have the benefit of extra information with the Sophia announcement. So sweet that you wanted to share. Am I sweet or am I evil? I was cooking and was only listening and actually came to see it when you said you were running to the basement. It's like, I'm getting it. Really appreciate the no box as a HD collector. My water heater broke Thursday. Damn. Glad I can get this when I straighten out my finances. Yeah, totally understand too that not everyone can buy everything all the time, you know? And I hope that people just purchase what they want when they are able to and know that life isn't going to end as a result. You left as I sent my member chat. I'm sorry. Actually, does this work? Will it go back? There you go. I need a turquoise chunky glitter simply and light green. Keep mixing hydropower and full charge. Thank you for your request. I adore Cold Slate. Thank you. Oh yes, you have an amazing collection, Mac, on the Discord. Then please make a box. But I can't, Kay. I just explained why. I explained why. So glad you didn't release a box. Look, one after the other, guys. Do you see? But I love the shimmers. Yep. So if you are screen capping and sharing that, don't share it with an energy like you're upset that it should have happened or that people ruined it or something. Like, no one ruined it. Okay, I made that decision. It's fine. It was the right decision. We are gearing up for a really big, exciting anniversary lunch. It's Holo Taco's 4th anniversary. That's the next thing that detectives have to get on, okay? Now that the missing shimmers are out, you see them, you know the vibes. It's hot, it's cold. You've got more work to do on the next thing. And it's very different and exciting. And that's all I can say until I figure out how I'm gonna leak things. There's other things about this year that I don't think you can fully predict. We haven't done the exact same pattern every year. It's been a little bit different. I think this year, ever since Barista, which went over really well in terms of being new and cool and interesting, but no box, kind of low key, you know, and then we went to Chrome, which was a box, but the formula was not limited. And then we went to Pastel, no box, low key, not limited. Then I went to Vacation, which was a box, which was fun and more thematic. Box limited, but polishes low key. And then Fire and Ice, low key, no box. So it's kind of been like this, if that makes sense. And then our anniversary collection will be like this, okay? I'm preparing you now. Our anniversary collection will be up here. Oh, I forgot Royalty. Oh my God. Royalty was high key, but that's because it was our first ever loyalty sale, which we've never done before. We've never had a sale outside of like Black Friday stuff. So yeah, the next has a box, but no one is surprised. But it's like, I'm going to hype people up for it. Whereas for Fire and Ice, I was like, it's fine. Like, I'm not even promoting it on the day, like whatever. I have to refrain from promoting my nail polish to make sure people are chill. But I am not doing that for anniversary. I will be hyping it up. It's gonna be really fun and exciting. Same energy as like royalty level, yeah. So get ready for that. And then maybe, you know, there's other low-key things. And then Sophia, which is up here again. We're going up here for Sophia. We better be hyping. We better be causing chaos for when Sophia gets closer in September. And then, you know, it's my birthday in October. So, I don't know. I mean, can't tell you anything yet, but you know my birthday is in October. You can go to famousbirthdays.com/simplynailogical and know that my birthday is in October. Big shock. The fuck is Ben saying? You'll always be imagined in my mind in a rowboat with Annie Lennox floating down a river of cool cerebral ethereal dreams. But don't fuck with me. What? Are you okay? Is someone in our house? Who is Ben? What? Ben, are you okay? The fuck? I think there's a stranger in my house. Did ChatGPT? What, Ben? Is there a ChatGPT extension? Anyways, and then it's my birthday. And then it's November, which is always gonna be a holiday release. Holiday releases happen in November, so there's time for shipping or whatever. So there. There you go. I just told you the whole fucking calendar. My birthday's on Monday. Bought myself an early shimmery birthday present. Woo! Happy birthday, Maddie's Bagels. North Carolina truck recap podcast on Tuesday. I gave a really in-depth, or not in-depth, but I gave like my own reaction, me reacting to myself, the last stream. If you want to watch that, I talked about it for like an hour. And Ben did too on Nintendo. But I don't think we're going to do the podcast on the truck, because a lot of the truck storytelling, I want to make sure I leave to Saf, because it's her who's making the big video about like making the truck, wrapping the truck, the experience, the crowds, the meet and greets, the 12 hours of amazing meet and greets. So she and her team are working on that video for September to align with the launch of her Holo Taco collection. So yeah, we won't do the podcast about that, but we do have to film the podcast, Ben. I was thinking, I had an idea yesterday that we do like icebreakers. So if we find a list on the internet that's like, here's 10 things you can say to strangers to break the ice at a party. And then we like evaluate them, like we react to them. Like, would we do this? Would we say this? How would we react if someone said this to us? Would we leave immediately, or would we engage in conversation? Kind of like an am I the asshole, but am I an idiot? For like trying to talk to people you just meet, which I think could be funny, because like I never meet anyone, and except for the truck stop, right, where we met a lot of people, and then it was like me just saying the same thing over and over again. Show me your nails. Do you want to take a picture? Where are you coming in from? Thanks for watching. Yeah. Except that that's a little bit more of a niche experience. Is Simply Sock a good judge of breaking the ice? No, that's why it'll be funny. And then it's like, am I the idiot? And my answer will usually be like, yes, I think in this situation, I would be the idiot. Anyways, that's our idea for the podcast that we have to film tomorrow. Thank you, Colleen, for the 5 gifted memberships. Mensch Gang, Mensch Gang, Mensch Gang, Mensch Gang. Because of Colleen, 5 of you will get to come to this month's Mensch Gang member stream, which is a bonus stream that I do just for Mensch Gang members, which will be huge this month because of everyone who got gifted during Polish Mountain. It'll be at the end of the month. I do it on a Sunday. I will schedule it probably next week. Yogurt lid. Thank you. Okay, yogurt lid, and then I gotta go, because I gotta work on stuff for anniversary. All right, here she is. This is the yogurt lid. You know, this one. That's how I made this. Just in case you're a newer viewer, thank you for coming. All these spills that you see in my intro screens, outro screens, I've been making in a yogurt lid in my basement. These ones were filmed a bit more blurry. It gets more in focus over time. But that's what this is. The yogurt lid, but I hold it very close to the camera and then I let it drip. I did a stream last year on showing you how I make these, if you're interested in this type of art. It does exist on this channel somewhere. Liberté grecque yogourt, meilleur avant 2022, Mars 8. Official supporter of the Canadian Olympics. It's my Canadian yogurt lid. So let's peel. I have 3 of these because I normally do more than one spill to get all the shots because I take pictures at the same time. So don't worry, I have another one to peel for TikTok. But let me mute the sound so you can get the ASMR. Maybe you hate it, maybe you love it. Oh, I cracked it. It's so hot, I cracked. Oh, I'm too strong. Ready? Are you ready for the peel? looks so weird. It's just like the boring cremes on the bottom. And the shimmers on top. Who wants a slice? Oh, I broke it! Look how pretty it is. Wow. And we're back. Okay. Feed you. You guys want to eat it? You freaks. Here you go. Have a bite. You guys want some pizza? Nom 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 nom. Look at it up close. Like, okay, fucking stunning. Once I spill it over and over, like I keep going back and forth, it kind of gets messy and starts to blend too much. So that's why I have to restart in a new yogurt lid. Kind of does look like a pizza. Like, what the fuck? So the best spills are like the first two rotations. Like when I go like this and then I flip it and I do it one more time, those are the best spills. But then after you get to spill like iteration rotation 3, it starts to get a little messy. So I just got to redo it because they start blending. But the back, this is interesting. Okay, I know exactly why it ended up like this. Want to hear? Exactly 5 people want to hear this story. When I do unicorn skin or shimmer spills, you want to make sure, for the 5 people who might do this in their lives ever, you want to make sure to spill the cremes first. That's why they ended up on the bottom. And then put the translucent toppers on top. Maybe it's a shimmer, maybe it's a unicorn skin, maybe it's a flake taco. Like, remember the tea creme spill? The gold flake taco was spilled last so that it sits on top of a couple different cremes. Same logic for this, but it kind of got like mixed up too much. Like here, see that? The cremes were spilled first so I could put the shimmers on top so you could actually see them. Otherwise, the cremes would start to muddy the shimmers. So you got to put the cremes down first and then the shimmers. And if you do this too many times, the cremes start overpowering the shimmers and then they eat them. And then they go, nom, nom, nom. And then they eat them and then you can't see the magic and then they just look like mud. Or in this case, like pizza. Anyways, hot tips with Simply. You're welcome. Now you too can spill your nail polish in a yogurt lid after defrosting it out of your freezer in a giant ice block and then paint your nails with it. All right, everyone, on that note, I will see you on Wednesday where we're gonna finish Firewatch. I swear we're gonna finish Firewatch one of these days. And thank you to the mods, thank you to the Mensch Gang members, and thank you for picking up Fire and Ice bundle. I hope you guys love it. And make sure to share on social media, hashtag Holo Taco and all that, so I can see your manis when they start coming in. We'll be shipping out next week. Thanks so much for watching, and I'll see y'all later. Bye!